Hello and welcome to D&D with Kristi, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, where me and my adventurers are starting off on our fabulous adventure inside Waterdeep. And in the tradition that other DM games, or other D&D games I have, where the players give their little wrap-ups, I am going to kick it over to the members of the party to say what happened last time. So someone has to volunteer, or you need to do it as a group.
Martha's not it.
Okay.
Well, it all began when we met up in a tavern when we got ambushed by a troll and some steechies crawling out of a pit. Following on from that, we picked up a mission to help out Volo, tracking down a lost ally of his, where we ended up at a warehouse filled with kobolds, who some we trashed, some we let go, and rescued the son of the previous open lord of Neverwinter.
Waterdeep.
Where we... Waterdeep.
Yes. But he's over in Neverwinter now, which is kind of like a side issue, but yes. So he is associated with Neverwinter.
After which we retired back to Thelvar's place on Summerin Street.
Correct. And so
Mar got attacked by an octopus.
Yes, from the sewers. Oh, that reminds me. I need to grab my random encounter sheet. Thank you for that little reminder.
You're welcome.
Yes. So the person that you're looking for is Floon Blagmar, but the person that you've rescued is Renear Neverember. And yes, as was said, you guys spent the night. You wake up 2nd level. Congratulations. You, the 3 people who had dreams on the first session, you guys still all have your inspiration, so don't forget. You can throw that at any problem, or you can use it to solve somebody else's problems, or try something new, whatever you want. But it's there to use as you wish. And you spend an evening, you get your full rest, so everybody is full and topped up. In the morning, I guess Renear wakes up, does his stuff in the morning. Other people, I guess, would be crashing in different parts of your house, but as the sounds of morning clattered, do you have people working in the house, or would you be in the kitchen, Thelvar? Would Thelvar be in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Belvar's in the kitchen. All right. People start to wander their way in one by one, and eventually, not last by any means, Renear comes down, and he's actually incredibly gracious when you're all there. He says, I just want to thank you again for rescuing me, and also for trying to rescue Floon. In fact, I think there are things that we should talk about if you intend on continuing to search for him, which I very much hope you do.
Oh, yes, we certainly do intend to rescue yours and Volo's friend. So we would be very much interested to hear what you have to say. Pastry, they're fresh from Fried's across the road.
Oh my goodness! How delicious! I had no idea that being taken care, the reception I would receive after being kidnapped would be so delicious. He also looks over at Mara and Clue to sort of see that you're in agreement as well, and assumingly you would be nodding in agreement back at him.
Mara just kind of looks really dreamy-eyed, like she's not 100% awake.
Okay, all right.
And just kind of go,
Still hungover from last night.
Yeah. And how about Clue? Is he paying attention to the situation?
I mean, he's also way hungover, but he's better at hiding it.
Mara's not hungover. She's not a morning person.
That can feel like being hungover sometimes.
She's
or at
just
least,
where's the coffee?
Yes. It's the feeling of a hangover without the fun of getting drunk. So Renear sort of clears his throat. He says, well, I guess I should start at the beginning of this awful incident. Floon and I are very good friends. He's a very entertaining chap. He always makes me laugh, and he has been asking me for several weeks to come down with him to the dock wards to this bar or tavern that he was drinking in. I arrived a bit later because I had some engagements early in the evening. By the time I got there, he was on his own and really off his face. He was far too intoxicated to find his way home alone from the dock ward, too vulnerable in that position, and especially with all the violence going on between the Zents and the crime, the Xandar's crew. So we were on our way home. We left the pub. I was escorting him home, and we were jumped by 5 thugs just as we left Fillet Lane, heading north on Zastro Street. And then they got us. They took us to the location you rescued us from. They started trying to question us, but before they did, really, there was an attack, and we couldn't hear very much. Whoever it was assumed Floon was me and took him away. I feel since you're caught up in this, you should know a little bit more about why Floon was kidnapped. It's really my father's fault. I know that sounds ridiculous coming from a man who's approaching middle age. But you see, the Zentarum think that my father embezzled a large amount of gold while he was still the open lord. And they also think that he hid those dragons somewhere here in the city. And they were asking me about an artifact called the Stone of Golor. Apparently that was in the hands of Xanathar's guild until recently, but they seem to think that maybe I had it. Apparently it was stolen. They thought I knew something about any of this, but I don't, because my father and I haven't spoken in years. And as a consequence of my relation to my no-good father, Floon's life is now in danger. So I would very much appreciate if you guys would continue to search for him.
Okay,
You go.
I was just wondering if everything he said matches up with the information we gathered over there.
In terms of the scuffle, I think if you guys remember, one of the Kenku said something along the lines of, no time to loot the place, just get him to the boss. When they were just repeating things over and over. I think you also might have heard one go, tie up the pretty boy in the back room, and follow the yellow signs in the sewers. So at least in terms of getting someone to the boss and no time to loot the place, that sounds like what the Kenko's, it was a dash and grab.
Okay. So,
You can also roll insight if you want.
okay. Never hurts.
Yep.
Especially considering I have +7 on it.
Yeah, so 16 is a good roll, and he looks completely genuine. He looks, the way his face kind of grimaces when he talks about his dad seems like a micro reaction, not like he's putting on an act, and he genuinely looks worried about his friend. He also seems to have a tinge of like guilt in his voice and also in his face. Like he feels this is really down to his family, and that means it's his problem too.
No.
The name of the stone seems to ring a bell to Thalvar, so he's going to rack his brain to see if he can remember if it's anything arcane related, which by that number he probably doesn't.
It might have been a different stone, or it might have been a Gondor, but it's yes. So it's nothing leaps to mind immediately. It like has a kind of a ring, but you're not sure if you're just remembering it or something like that sounded like it.
Fair enough.
There is one thing if I can count on you to come with to continue the search, there is then some information that I would like to pass on to you. It's where it might be of use, because you guys are leading the investigation, but I think this might help. Where I was hidden under the top. So what happened was our heads were covered, we were bound, and then there was a massive noise. I felt Floon being ripped away from me. Someone saying, "That's him, take him to the sewers," or something like that. And then I was knocked over, and as a consequence, the chair cracked, and I was able to crack behind it further and get away. I was able to, in falling over, the things came off my eyes. At that point, the battle was starting to wind down, but people were still occupied. I looked for cover before it could be noticed, because no one was paying attention to us. They thought we were tied up, or me at least. And I hid under the top. While I hid under the top, I heard a noise of a door, actually right behind me. And it was that door that I intended to sneak out of in order to make my escape. However, when it quieted down again, I could still hear some people moving around, but they seemed to have been They seemed to have been moved to the other side of the building, like they'd heard a noise or something. And I sneaked under the top to find the door, and I couldn't. Then you guys burst in, and I went back under the top. But I'm sure I heard a door back there, and so it seems to me that might be a place to start. Back at the warehouse.
Indeed it does, That's very useful information. Thank you very much. We shall... I'm speaking for my colleagues here, but we shall definitely be getting on to that. But, yes. Do you not agree, you two?
I mean, might not be a horrible idea to contact Yarg as well. She is senator after all.
Mara just kind of still looks bleary-eyed and nods.
Okay. Yes, so. There's one other thing that Renear would like to request of you guys, if possible. And then he'll be basically letting you guys take the lead if you want to go talk to Yagra, if you want to, however you guys decide you want to proceed after this. But he says, look, I know my way around a sword, and I feel very much responsible for Floon's safety. I know that going out in the streets might be dangerous if word gets back that I'm alive and out in the open. It might mean his death. I'm happy to accompany you. I'm happy to lend you my sword. But does anyone have a disguise for me?
I mean, I have a hood, but that's about as good as it gets.
Okay.
I have traveler's clothes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is it possible for, like the size? I guess, he's a normal build. If it's a little bit baggy, he could probably fit into it.
It'd be like really tight.
Well, he's got the body for it. It's okay. He's still a pretty good soldier. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, so if you guys want to find a way to kind of help him cover his identity, because he is pretty well known throughout the city, he is happy to accompany you.
Makeover.
Mara seems to all of a sudden perk up and go.
Okay.
And hand over the garment she has.
So let's do a roll. Does anyone, I guess, what is a disguise kit? Is it performance, maybe?
Disguise kit.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would normally roll for this, but it's either a sleight of hand, maybe, with makeup or something, clothing.
I would do performance because all it is again, it's not a disguise kit, it's traveler's clothes. So it's like...
Okay, yes. Yeah, so can, Mara, since you're close, can you give me a yes, performance check? Oh my gosh, look at that.
Oh, nice.
It totally fits. Not at all too tight. And yes, did someone say they had a hood as well? They could kind of throw...
Yep, that's part of my, commoners clothing, so that also has a hood.
Okay, can you lend him your cloak for the time you guys are in the city?
Sure.
Okay, well, at least when you're walking, and stuff around. All right, well, then you've got an extra person to help you with your mission, and now Renear is going to follow whatever you guys decide. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry. There's more exposition. We were supposed to do this at the last session, but we didn't. So we're starting this one with tons of exposition, which I forgot. Anyway, as you guys are talking, and you're looking over the robes and trying them on, there's a knock at your door. Belvar.
Belvar will go and answer the door.
All right. So when you answer the door, there's a man standing there. He's wearing the uniform of the City Watch. You can also see that he's got a rank on his shoulder. He's not just one of the common soldiers. And he looks up and he says, "Oh, hello. I'm Captain Eustace Daggett with the City Watch. I understood you guys left this address. You reported a kidnapping, and you might have an important person here that we need to talk to about some activity down at the warehouse. May I come in?"
Actually, before he comes in, can Clue just quickly try and cast guidance on himself without the guy noticing?
Yeah, you can cast guidance on yourself if you'd like.
Okay, casting guidance on myself.
So, Captain Staggett walks in after you, and
Indeed, come in. I am
thank you very much.
Thorvar, human combat mage at your service, and these are my companions.
Oh, right. Nice to meet you all. Yes. And so I've got this is Sir Thelvar or Mr. Thelvar, Lord Thelvar. What's your? You seem to be in a pretty nice place here. Is there a way I should address you?
Oh, Thelvar will do fine for now.
Oh, well.
I have not yet claimed my rightful title, but I will be hopefully soon.
All right, that's good enough. You can call me Captain Staggett. Right. So and you two are.
Name's Clue.
Right.
Just Clue.
Right, and you? He looks at Mara. Mara.
It's Mara.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's me.
Clue and
Mara.
Mara. That's very easy to remember. And at that point, Renear walks in, and suddenly staggered, sort of like stiffens a little bit. And he goes, Mr. Never, Ember. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't realise that it was you who was kidnapped. Yes, it's good to see you again, sir. And they kind of shake hands. They seem to know each other from his relationship with his dad being the open Lord of Waterdeep or whatever else. And they sit down. I'll just kind of run through this quickly and basically say that he interviews you, asks you, each of you, kind of like what you were doing down there, what you saw, what mission you were on. Not mission per se, but what were you doing down in that area? And as soon as he saw Never Ember, he seems to be less suspicious. I mean, he wasn't so suspicious at the beginning of the day, but he's very much taking you guys now at your word. And as Renear tells him an abbreviated version. He doesn't talk about the secret door, but he does report everything else that he told you guys. And he's like, right, well, I think the people who kidnapped you have paid the ultimate price. As for your friend Floon, I can certainly put word about with the officers and the watch to keep an eye out for him. But as you know, the war between the Xanathar and the Zents means that I'm pretty low on officers to just look for random civilians. But we will if we see him. We definitely will let you know, sir. And he sort of stands up and he shakes each of your hand and says, now, it's best not to meddle in criminal matters. You should really leave this dirty business to the City Watch.
Of course.
Definitely will. No worries. We'll not get in your way.
All right. Well, hopefully won't see you again. That was a joke. You're lovely people. Absolutely lovely. All right, well, I'll be on my way then. And, he kind of leaves. And now you guys are truly free to do whatever you want now that you got all of that information.
Damn popos.
Okay, so what are we gonna do? Well, ideally we also swing by a temple because I need to buy holy water or I can't cast bless, unfortunately.
Okay.
For the rest,
we could do that on the way to going to talk to what's her face?
Jagra. I assume you mean.
That's the one. Yes.
By the way, I should have said, I was so excited to get started that I haven't really even had a chance to introduce Faye, who's joining the team. Faye will be speaking in the very near future.
Yes.
But do you want to say hello in the meantime? I'm so sorry.
That's no problem. Hi, everyone.
Hello. I was like, I have this wall of text to deliver if they're going to advance at all. So my apologies. My absolute apologies for that. All right, back to you. What's your lot doing? What are you guys doing?
The plan is meet up with Yarga, I suppose.
Okay.
Well, swing by a temple to buy some holy water and then go by Yarga.
Coffee, please. Okay. Coffee.
All right, so you are going to be heading back down to the yawning portal. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay. Then, so you set off. I'm going to assume that there is some sort of temple. Oh, look like there's a hospice of Saint so-and-so a little bit northeast of you. Maybe you guys could go past there. I don't know if they have got any. The hospice of Saint so-and-so. Maybe pick up something
they
there.
They might have it for some kind of treatment. Not search for them to have holy water.
I would think so. People were getting blessed for various things. Yes, and so as you make your way down, first, let me get who did the D100 last time? Do you remember? I think I made one of you do it.
To D100. I thought I did because I was going in the front.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this time should Thelvar give me a D100 roll.
Okie dokie. 47.
All right. So, as you walk down the streets, for some reason there's a ton of wagons that are really creating a traffic jam. There's a lot of congestion and crowding in the street for some reason today, so it's taking you a little bit longer than you would have liked to make your way down. And, yes. So, I've got some typing to do here. Yep. Okay. Hopefully that worked. Yes. Okay. Right. No, you guys keep making your way down. You are heading past the hospice, making your way south toward the Yawning Portal, which is just near the bottom of the Castle Ward and the Trade Ward. And you guys were caught up in that traffic jam. And when you did, you kind of had a chance to look around a little bit. One person kind of stood out to you a little bit, but you made your way down, the traffic jam cleared, and you make your way over to the Yawning Portal. So, what would you like to do now that you're there?
See if your guy is there, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you guys, all three of you, make me perception checks?
Yay, thing I'm good at.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
Clue,
Yeah, just a 14. I still have my guidance on, but that should have worn out already.
Got it. Yeah. So both Clue and Thelvar, you see her back where she had her fight, where she knocked those people out. She's back at that table, and she is she's trying to get people to arm wrestle her for money still. That's how she's spending her day.
Yeah, in that case, I'm just gonna casually approach her and go, "Hey, Yarga, how's it going?"
All right. Yeah, how you doing, mate?
Pretty good. Just have some business to talk.
Okay.
You, got some time?
Yeah. Let's go to a quieter corner over in this part of the bar. So she gets up from her table and she kind of motions you over to. There's nobody going down into the portal today. There's nobody descending. And after the events of yesterday, people are kind of staying a bit clearer after the troll climbed up. So there's a bit more privacy actually closer to the portal, the hole in the floor, than before.
Okay, so here's the deal, Yagra. We have some information telling us that Sanathar did a little raid on a compound of Santarum yesterday and maybe took somebody we're looking for.
Yeah, who's that?
Floon, Follow's friend.
Oh, I thought they were going after the Never Ember guy.
They were, but they fucked up.
That's definitely one way of putting it.
Well, I know the guy who ran the mission. He's kind of an asshole. He's not very good at his job. And honestly, I've got beef with him. So, if he's messed up, I think he needs to be held accountable before he tries to cover it up. If you guys head down, you head over to they're in some sewers. That's where they are. They've got their mission this time. If you can go and embarrass that guy and ideally kill him, that would actually make my day. So yeah, you need to head off to the fucking street name isn't on here.
It was on Candle Lane, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
but that was where
warehouse
the
was.
warehouse was. But we're just going to call it, because I'll just pick it and I'll make it up. Because it really, in the large scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Like, the location doesn't matter. It's just video. Yeah, over there by Coach Street. Oh no, sorry. Where Coach Street crosses Collat Lane, you've got then it turns over there into Spices Street. If you go down, you'll probably see some sewers in that area. You could probably try one of those, as I think that's where they're located.
Good. When we take care of that, you make sure to pass the information that this guy fucked up onto Xanathar.
Oh
and
yeah,
make sure they cut him out proper.
yeah. I fucking hate Grumshar. Yeah, get that guy. He's done me dirty. All right, mate. Happy to help you out.
Make sure Floon doesn't get killed with his information, though, right?
Well, yeah, if that'll help you.
Okay, thanks. He just tosses her like a couple of. How much would a beer be? Just
Yeah, I think like a couple nibs. It's not very expensive beer here.
Yeah, just give her the money for a beer as a payment.
All right. You've got the secret door lead. You've got a street name. You've got anything else you can do because you have free will.
I mean, I say go straight for the source.
Fair enough.
Mara?
Presumably the secret
sorry.
door would lead to the same place, just a longer route.
Probably.
Okay. All right. Well, if you guys want to head over, then you can leave the bar and start heading down towards the street that was mentioned. What did I say? Spices Street, down at the bottom of the dock ward.
Let's go, gang.
Mara goes ahead and nods and follows along.
Mara's
Still kind of
quiet.
half asleep.
So hey, she's tired. War doesn't come out. Good to know.
Right. By the way, can each of you guys roll me a perception check again?
Back trash.
All right. Okay. Well, you're really focused on your goals, so you guys can head over to the street. While you're there, why don't you give me Mara? Why don't you give me a D100 roll?
100.
3. Oh, so as as you're walking out of the bar, a drunken dwarf stumbles, falls down in front of you, picks himself back up, and starts to stumble away. But you notice that he's dropped his pouch as he's teetering drunkenly away from you.
Ooh, neat. Free gold. Clue just picks it up.
Mara was the one who saw it. So.
Mara just looks at him and rolls her eyes and mutters something about thieves and murder and coffee.
I haven't killed anybody yet, unlike you, Mara.
All right, is anyone doing anything with the pouch, or are you guys going to walk by it?
I'm just
He
gonna
picked it
grab
up.
it.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. All right. Roll a 1d6.
Wait, am I? Oh, wait.
Yeah,
no.
it's Clue.
I was
Clue's
gonna
got the
say
bag.
Clue picked it up.
Yep, so there's 3 silver pieces inside, 3 shards.
Hey, free money is free money.
You guys make your way.
Immoral.
Yeah. You guys make your way down to Spices Street, and you're noticing it's not a very big street. It's one of the more kind of narrow ones. There are a couple sewers, maybe not necessarily right on Spices Street, but you can see like at the intersections and stuff where there's a little bit farther down in the alleys. Go ahead again and give me a perception check. Everybody. Okay. So
Thorval's too busy talking to Never Ember.
yes, yeah, they're talking about some party they went to back a couple of years back and the fashion. Yes, because he does recognize you from the social circles and your family, so he's been very polite to you. Clue and Kelsey, you notice that the person that you saw in the traffic jam is back, kind of like hovering at the front of the street there, quietly trying to not be noticed.
Well, let's not notice him, I guess.
Okay.
Say that again?
So while you guys are walking down the streets looking for the sewers, as you look back, you notice that you recognize someone at the end of the street that you saw uptown, like before you guys even got to during the traffic jam. You've seen them
In other
again.
words, we're being followed.
Yes. You noticed them in Clue. Were you guys going to approach? Is that right?
Mara kind of looks interestingly at the person following them.
Well, guess there's no being sold now. Clue just turns around and just walks at this guy slowly and sees how he reacts.
Okay. Hybara? Who do they? Yes. What do they see? First of all, like in terms of a person, want to describe yourself?
A relatively short, lithe wood elf with very dark green hair. That's just kind of not matted, but not well kept either. About shoulder length.
Hello. Do you have business with us?
She just slowly turns to look to you and says, "Who are you?"
My name is Clue. Does that mean anything to you?
Are you one of the death grasses?
If I said yes, would you give me more information?
Looks around. Are you one of the death grasses?
Mara's just laughing at Clue.
Sure, little buddy.
Thorval's just noticed something's going on. It's like, huh? What? What's going on?
So you are one of the death grasses.
Let's say I am.
Good. She's going to step back about 20 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
She puts her hands up to her chest and seems to pull out a fireball, which she tosses in between you.
Well,
And it grows bigger, grows giant bird legs and two tiny little arms, and seems to have sort of a angry jack-o'-lantern face. And immediately upon forming, it shakes its arms and goes sha-sha-sha.
well, this is new.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Draws his sword because he's a little way off. He's just seeing what's going on. Just draws the sword from under the coat and starts preparing a spell just in case.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the great and one and only Hibana. And she claps her hands. And when she does so, a massive peal of thunder, like if you were directly underneath a thunderstorm, blasts out. There's a big old boom. And she stands there with one arm on her chest, one arm up to the sky, looking up at the sky with the fire thing, pointing at her with his little flappy hands, going, sha-sha-sha.
Okay, that's cool. Do you have a plan here, or if there's a fight, or are we cool? I'm just wondering.
Mara walks up behind Clue and just kind of taps him on the shoulder and goes, "It's okay, Ducky.
Stop
We
calling me
understand that you're afraid of fire."
I'm I'm resistant to fire. I'm a tiefling. Why would I be afraid of fire? I was born in flame.
She is just posing, by the way, completely unmoving.
Salvar
This whole time.
cautiously walks up. Is there a problem here?
You say that to her?
Yeah.
Okay. She stops and immediately goes, I am looking for the Death Grass family. I've come from far away because I've heard that they've been cursed. So, and she points to Clue, Mr. Deathgrass, in order to get rid of your curse, all you have to do is step on in. And she gestures to the little fire beastie, which opens its mouth, or what would be a mouth if, was made out of fire, unnaturally large. She's smiling at you, by the way.
Well, I think I'm good. Fine, actually. We have some
What do you
stuff to
mean?
Just, curses. They're like people like over exaggerate them, don't they? Most of the time they're kind of fine. It's like a bit annoying, but sometimes the cure is just like worse than disease, So
you're not
I'm
cursed.
fine. Yeah, I mean, bit cursed, not that cursed.
Big
Mara
curses,
says-
small curses, doesn't matter. Step on in.
Well, I'm
Mara
saying I'm not
just kinda
cursed
looks at
enough to
Armor.
get into bird.
Yeah, he's cursed with the ugly.
If I may interject, if we're dealing with curing of curses, what exactly are your qualifications? Because I
Well-
may be interested in your services myself.
Oh, are you one of the Deathgrasses too?
No, I am of the Mordragain family. We have our own separate curse that I am determined to.
Oh, you. That's it. You people. That's who I'm looking for. I'm not very good with names.
You people?
Yes, the Deathgrasses.
No, Mordragain. I am Thelval Mordragain, human combat mage.
Don't ask.
I have
about his
no
name.
idea who this Deathgrass whatever is.
You, I think. Anyway, your whole family's cursed, right?
That appears to be correct, yes.
And you live up there in Samarin Street, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So step on in.
If it ends this conversation, I'll get in the bed. Fuck it. Get in the bed.
How do you want to handle this? Do you want him to roll for damage, or how did you want this to play out? Ivana, what was she thinking?
Wait. Who's stepping in?
Chloe's just getting in the bed to get this conversation over.
He's got a low tolerance for confusion, I think.
Well, I guess it can roll little spirits attack for it. So he's just gonna chomp you, basically.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, yep.
That definitely hits me.
All right, you take 3 damage.
Well, resistance is
It half
Half damage.
Yeah, so
It's
just
half and then rounded down, right?
Yeah.
So
one.
1 point of damage. I've been bamboozled, and I did not in no way surprised. Just gets his bow out and just like vaguely shoots in her direction, but like obviously not properly trying to hit her, but just like trying to dissuade her.
Did he cure the ugly?
Hey, some people are into tieflings, okay? Jesus.
No, that doesn't
I wasn't saying anything about your race, Ducky.
Well, that doesn't look
calling
very
you ugly.
effective. If I wanted to be immolated, I could just let the curse run its course.
Well, yes, that's what I'm talking about. You have to get rid of curses by getting rid of the thing that's the curse.
I would rather get rid of the curse without dying, thank you very much.
I don't understand.
I would like to cure the curse and live.
Why?
Because I don't want to die.
Louis just still in this bird's mouth and just going, seriously?
Mara is like doubled over and laughing. Like she can't stay upright at this point. Just she's laughing.
Plus, this curse isn't. It's a family curse. It's not just on me.
Well, I know I have to. You have to. Obviously, I need to go to your rest of your family.
And the curse continued.
Oh wait, do you have any children?
Not yet, but that remains.
Okay, that's
to be seen.
fine.
You are not killing me.
I mean,
I'm not killing you. I'm ending your curse. They're two different things.
But ending the curse will end me, judging by what happened to my fiery friend here.
Well, you
I'm
have to.
fine. It's like 1 damage. I'm fine. It's like badly hurt.
Well, you have to be
No alibi. You ugly.
If you hadn't been a tiefling, that would have hurt you a lot more, wouldn't it? Like me.
Sure. Like mildly more. Like it's not that impressive. Just insulting her in front of your fucking face. Man.
So, let me get this straight. You don't want to be cursed.
I don't want to be cursed, but I don't want to die either.
But you won't step in Grizzle's mouth.
I don't want to die.
Come on, Pelvar. It's nice and warm in here.
Really, Clue?
Well, I need
Not all of us have fire resistance, you know. And this suit, do you have any idea how much this coat cost me?
probably
What does that matter?
Sergeant, you know.
And watches like the time tick by using the sun. Guys, we got stuff to do. We have to save somebody.
Valid point.
So,
So, are we like, cool, can we go? Or are you gonna continue making this a problem?
well, I came here. Well, I came here to end the Deathgrass family's curse, and I don't really want to leave this town until that happens, because that's just bad on my reputation.
I mean, if you want to help Tolvar actually end this curse without him dying, I mean, you can join us, I guess.
Well, I suppose that as long as I go with you, the option will always be here. Anytime you want. Just
No
step right up.
immolations. Immolations bad. Unless they're bad people.
Well,
Stimulating your
you
friend.
may say that now.
We could find other cursed people that you can cure. You don't have
Well,
to cure him.
Well, that sounds good to me.
See? So
That's
you don't
what
have
I
to step in
do.
You should come with us. Come with us.
Well,
Yes.
it would allow me to keep an eye on everything.
Yay!
It's not like I'm doing anything else at the moment.
Also, your hair is fantastic. How do you get it that green color?
I don't understand. It just is.
You were born that way?
Yes.
You're amazing.
You know, a literal half devil man. How is green hair this surprising to you?
It's called changing the subject.
So, where are y'all going right now?
Sewers.
All right, so you guys focusing back on the investigation then?
Please God.
Okay. All right. So who now you've got a new party member who's there kind of protect you, but also maybe kind of kill you. Is
Not kill Mara because Mara's not cursed.
no, she's not. It's correct. Who in the party is going to be looking for a sewer that you guys can lift up or like and get into?
I guess Clue, because he knows the area, so he might have a vague idea of where sewer entrances are.
Okay. So, if you go ahead and roll me, you can do survival or investigation, everybody. Just see, let's see who finds it first.
That's investigation.
Damn. Well,
Expertise, it's fun.
yes. Clue is the person who finds a circular metal cover set inside the pavement that's easily lifted and it has a ladder leading down. And yeah, there are other drains and other things, but this one actually goes to the sewers in the road, in the street.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Down into the sewers we go.
Okay. What order would you guys like to go down in?
I assume.
Mara will go third.
Okay.
Clue is not going in the front.
Well, the last time Mara went anywhere near
Great.
a sewer, a grate of some kind, she got attacked by an octopus. So, no.
Okay.
Mara's just kind of shaking her head, going, I don't want to do this.
We can just have Grizzle go first.
Grizzle!
That's probably gonna make stealth hard. Having the giant flame bird go first, but sure.
All right. Well, yes. Renear is just like, I'm out of this. Like, whatever you got, I'll go in the middle. I'm still here, but you're running this operation. So I've got a tie between. Is it Hibara or Hibana? Sorry, I was going
Hibara.
off. Hibara. Okay. And Thelvar, one of the two of you are going to go down first, followed by Mara and then Clue, and then also Renear can bring up the back and cover you from behind. Right. So as you guys, you descend in the order that you described. I don't know. Who is first? Is it going to be Thelvar first, or are you going to let the person you just met go first?
Well,
let the person we
go
just met-
first.
Mara's like, yes, that person.
That's fine.
Let's do it.
Okay, who here has dark vision?
I do.
Okay. Wood
Grizzle
elf
is a
does.
fire elemental.
Okay.
So technically he is a giant torch.
Okay. All right, so he'll light the way for you. But also,
Yes.
just for my notes for later on. And Mara, do you have dark vision?
No, I'm
Okay.
just a regular, boring old human.
And Thelvar?
Human combat
Okay.
mage.
Right. Yes, thank you. So 2 with and 2 without. We've got the Clue and Hibara, both 2. All right. Putrid steam flows along the sewer tunnel, which leads in 2 directions. as you guys all assemble at the bottom of the ladder. In one direction, you see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk. A palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiate out from its circumference. And it's on one side. It's, more on one side than the other.
Wouldn't happen to be Thieves' Cant.
You can, go ahead and for languages, you would know automatically it's not. It's a symbol, but it's not a Thieves' Cant symbol that you recognize. But if you guys want to, if you live in the city of Waterdeep, if you want to do a history check.
Yes, I do.
All right, you guys both recognize this as the Xanathar Guild symbol.
Well, guess we're going in the right direction.
It appears so.
So the one side, it seems like when you come down straight down the stairs, the symbol is more to the left than the right-hand side. It's not sort of in the middle.
Guess we're gonna just generally try and investigate for like other clues, maybe some footprints or whatever.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation. Okay. You guys have amazing rolls, and all you notice is how terrible the stench is down here. Happily, it's like not the high summer months. It's sort of like getting to be autumn, and so the days aren't quite as hot, and so it's not as fetid and disgusting. But you don't see any, because of the water moving through the sewers, everything seems damp. There's no opportunity to see footprints, and the stairs, the ladder themselves, it's wood and it just cakes on mud. So it's not obvious that there has or has not been anyone through here recently.
Damn it. Guess we're just going left out of Insect Town.
Okay. So after about an hour of following the signs through the tunnel, because every time you come to a junction... Oh, what?
Grizzle only lasts an hour.
Oh, okay.
He poops.
He poops away, and you guys go into darkness. So, having gone an hour, and you pat him on the head. Like, bye, sweetie, I'll see you next time. And he pops out of existence. Ibarra seems very attached to him. Yes, you're plunged into darkness unless you have dark vision. So does anyone have, how do you guys want to proceed here? You're in the dark sewers now.
I mean, Clue barely notices.
Okay.
Same with Ibarra.
Yeah, they're at the front. They're like, oh, bye, and then their eyes adjust. So Mara and Thelvar, what would you like to do?
Thelvar will have to light a torch.
Okay. And you are near the front. So are you guys going to change up your lineup at all? Or are you going to stay in the same order now?
Mara gets closer to the torch,
Okay.
muttering something about having to be in the dark in a sewer and just not
To
happy.
deal with all of that. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are going to keep your lineup otherwise? Are you still at the front of the line then, Thelvar?
Unless anyone else wants to volunteer to go first.
Guess Clue will go from the front and like try and scout a bit with his dark vision.
Okay. Yes, he's like, all right, I'll help you to not die. Yes. So after about an hour of following signs through the tunnel, every time you come to an intersection, you always took the one with the symbol that you saw on it. You actually come to a three-way intersection where a ladder seems to be leading up into a stone shaft. Now, you're still a couple feet away. Well, not a couple feet. Your dark vision is 60 feet. So given that the tunnels are pretty narrow, you're probably you're seeing the opening of the tunnel. You're seeing that there's a ladder. And you also, while you're looking at it, see floating across your vision, like across where you can see the tunnel opens up, is a spherical grapefruit-sized creature with a bulging central eye and 4 stumpy eye stalks. That seems to be floating back and forth.
No. No.
I mean, that's probably an issue. Would Clune know what it is? Probably not, right? Doesn't feel like the kind of thing you run into regularly.
Correct. Why don't you go ahead and, I guess, roll me a survival for that?
Okay. 19.
Yeah. You think you've heard about these things before? You haven't encountered one yourself, but you've heard tales told around, by drunken adventurers, and it sounds what they've described as a gazer.
I'm gonna try and use my minor illusion spell to create a sound away from us, and then just gonna try and sneak past it.
Okay. All right. So what is the wisdom saving throw? Or your spell?
No,
Oh, your spell
it
DC.
doesn't have a space. Yeah, it doesn't have a saving throw. I
No,
think.
it's a check against your spell DC save.
Yeah, that's if they investigate, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. So create a sound image. Illusion ends. If you create it, physical interaction. Pass. The creature can determine it's an illusion with an intelligence check against your spell save DC.
Mm-hmm.
So you've made a sound.
Yeah, just the sound of some people running away, at one of the other intersections.
Okay. So he'll. You see that the thing is moving away, in the direction of where you sent your sound. I will need your spell DC though, or your spell save DC to do because he's gonna
13.
a 13. Okay, let me see how he does. It's an intelligence investigation check, which he doesn't have any skills in those, so it's going to be straight up intelligence. Oh wow, he's just so dumb. He's so dumb. Yeah, he kind of follows the sound. The thing is that this is a pretty narrow tunnel, so you're looking at it. If you make any noise, you have a feeling that he will turn immediately around. Because everything echoes in here. There's a lot of
Yeah.
So
Clue just kind of looks back at his party, shakes his head, and just readies his bow. Come on, just jump this guy. It's draw his bow, moves in the other direction, and just ready to jump this guy with the rest of them.
okay, so what you can see is that even though the tunnel you're in is pretty much a 1-by-1, you have to stay in single file line, this junction opens up to 3 other entrances and it has this ladder. So it's a much bigger space for you guys to occupy.
Yeah.
I don't have a map for that, but just kind of, theater of the mind.
Yeah. So yeah, Clue's just gonna try and stealthily move into the space to allow the rest of the group to kind of position themselves a bit better.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
This is the one thing I feel I'm gonna cry.
All right, let's go against his perception. Oh, he heard you. Oh yeah. He whips around, and you've got 4 stumpy eye stalks and a bulging central eye staring at you, and it just bares its teeth. Everybody click your token and roll initiative. Oh, you can't click your tokens because you can't see anything. That's right. Sorry. I had this all set up. I'm going to move you over to not exactly where this is. So you should be able to see that now. And yes, you should be able to see your characters and see a hallway, right? Yeah.
I'm a lucky stand.
Okay.
No.
You can't see.
Oh, yes, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Yay! I worked really hard on the maps in between last week and this week. No, I watched 4 videos. That's all I did to figure it out. I should have just watched those 4 videos 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so if you click
I
on your
don't see
token.
anything.
Let me check your stats. I thought I gave you dynamic lighting. You know what it is? No, I'm sorry. I think I have to. Yeah, I haven't given you control of your character yet because I didn't know her name and then I forgot. So yes. Okay. Now, yes, save changes. Now, do you see something?
Yes.
Yay! Okay, so let's just say that that's the hallway y'all are in. It's actually going to be when you leave this area, if you live. So if you click on, I didn't actually have a picture of a wood elf, so I gave I used that picture of that fire thing you gave me. So if everyone looks at your token, that's actually the thing that was gnawing on Clue earlier, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of like that.
and we'll replace it with a wood elf pick that you can give me, and I'll make a token for you, or teach you how to make your own tokens if you ever want to do it. So if you click on your token and then click on the initiative in your character sheet, it will automatically, yes, put you in the turn order. I've got, yes, okay. Mara's your, okay, yeah, we'll just
There we go.
Yep, perfect. And then don't forget, sorry, we also have one other hero to deal with here. And that is, you guys got a backup. He's been quiet because he's been just kind of like, what have I gotten myself into with these people? Who are they? Oh, damn you, boy.
Serious?
All right, what's he going to get? Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's all right. He's going to go at the end of the turn order, too. So let me go ahead and add Renear. He's at the back anyway, so that kind of makes sense.
He's going before Clue.
Yes. And did I get the... No, how come my gazer didn't... Oh, maybe because I don't have a token for him because I don't have him on the map, so we'll add the gazer. He is also at the... Well, it's very possible. Renear won't ever get a shot off if you guys manage to just wipe him out in this round. So, yes, let me add this. Renear was at 6, and the gazer's at 4. Dang. I guess it's all that time moving over across the space to get near you. Oh, that's annoying. Sorry, I'm having not computer problems. I'm having magnification issues with my laptop. We're arguing. My apologies. I will be right with you. Okay, and the gazer was 4. Excellent. Now let's descending order. Ooh, yeah, Thelvar, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Delvar's gonna stand his ground and throw a firebolt at it.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Nope.
Okay. So as Thelvar steps forward from the darkness for them, because everyone else, the gazer can see, yes, throws a firebolt, but not quite sure where to aim it because of the lack of light after the shadow of the torch starts to consume it, and you see the gazer light up its eyes, all 4 of them kind of turn and watch the firebolt as it goes over it and then crashes and sort of explodes into a wall behind it. And then it turns its focus back on you, on the party.
Come at me, bro.
All right, next up is Mara. It's all you, girl. What would you like to do?
Mara looks at the flying eyeball
Yep.
and decides she's going to try a dart.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll your attack. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. It just misses. It swings. It goes right by him. It basically, like if it had inhaled instead of exhaled, you would have sliced it directly. You would have landed directly on him. But because it just misses. Okay. Oh, there's the gazer. I put it. Can you guys see it in the map?
Okay.
Now it's in front of you. So there you go. That's him. He's not very good looking. Next is how is Renear next? That's ridiculous. I actually don't even have his character sheet up. I'm that ill prepared. I'm such a bad DM. I wasn't actually expecting him to have to do any real fighting. But he's gonna go ahead. We're gonna say he's got a big ass sword. He's gonna rush in and try to have a swing at it. But he's also not going to stop in front of it. He's going to continue to move in order to make space for his enemies or for his attackers behind him, because he's a combat dude who knows what he's doing. So, but too, his being a human, this dark is really messing with his vision. And he misses as well. Okay. Hibara. Oh, wait, what happened? No, Clue's up next. Sorry.
I assume Renear is still standing next to the
He's actually moved past it, so he's not like standing next to it. He sort of like ran, but realizing if he would get in the way of you guys, he sort of made a swinging attack, and then moved through it. But he's got a special ability I've just given him to not provoke acts of opportunity. Because I can do that because I'm the DM.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I need people to stand next to our enemy so I get sneak attacks.
Right, yes. No, he's not within 5 feet. He also watched 2 ranged attacks, so he's like, and he watched them both miss, to be fair. So he was like, I'm not going to compete for darts.
In that case, I am just going to try and chill touch.
Oh, all right.
12.
Oh, you guys, you're killing me. No, that misses too. Again,
Shit.
this is like the luckiest gazer in the world. It's just woof, like the wind from the chill touch just pretty much like gives him a shiver, but doesn't do any damage.
I'm gonna end up having to fucking cast Bless just so we can hit his aren't I?
All right, so this guy is really not, he's like overwhelmed. He's like watching all these lights go off and everything else. So he has 2 of his eye rays. You can see that they start to light up with different kind of colored lights. You can see a little bit of what you're like, oh, that looks like magic to me. And he's going to go ahead and on one of his eyes, he's going to attempt to cast Frost Ray. And he's going to do that on Renear because he's the closest one to him. And so Renear has to succeed on a DC 12 saving throw. Oh, no. No. He takes that, and so he takes 3d6 of damage. All right.
Ow.
So that's 9 for him. He's a tank. He's okay. I put him the other guy. He's a bit of a meat shield, if I'm honest. And with the other one, he is going to do Dazing Ray. He is going to, he's going to, you see another one of the lights after he shoots at Renear, and the other one, Stalk, turns around. And because Thelvar is at the front of the group, he's going to aim a bolt at it. And Thelvar, can you give me a wisdom saving throw? You are just charmed. You are charmed by this creature. And sadly now you're going to have disadvantage on attack rolls. That is all it can do. So, yes, two of the magical eye rays. There you go. Next up, we have Hibara. Sorry, Hibara. Yes, I'm doing the emphasis right. Okay.
That was right. Okay, Renear, he is 2 squares behind it. 1 square behind it. How close is he to it?
He is there's a gap in between, so there's a 5-foot space between him and the gazer.
Okay. So she's gonna pull out Grizzle again, but here's the fun fact. Anything within 10 feet of where it is, and she's putting it right behind.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, she's putting it right in between them.
Okay, yep.
So both of them going to have to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Again, it's only 13 though, so.
All right, not bad. All right, so Renear will go first.
Boom.
Yeah, he's all right. He's getting the hang of this now. And the gazer has to do a dex save? Right?
Yes.
Okay, let me grab its sheet here. It's pretty dexterous. Yeah, today he was, whew. So does he take half damage on that, or how does that work?
Yeah, no, if he saved, he's perfectly
He's
fine.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yes, he's having a good day. So he is pretty dexterous, for he's a flying creature, so that makes sense.
Okay.
But he is was not prepared for this shit. He is just supposed to stay down in a boring sewer and then go out for a beer, and now he's got like explosions and fire and swords, and he's like, what? So, okay, I think that brings us to the top
wait,
of...
so Grizzle is behind, Grizzle is between them now.
Okay. I can probably get a little fire token or something to put there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I just have the regular fire token that is not it's not your character sheet. It's just a regular one. So he's right there. If that's okay.
That works.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to do with your turn? Sorry.
Oh, that's all I can do. That was
Okay.
my action.
Very good. Okay. Sometimes people have bonus actions or they want to do movement, but you guys are kind of crowded up. So just checking.
Yeah.
Felvar, you are charmed. You can take an attack, but it is at disadvantage.
Okie dokie. I could risk attacking with something that's gonna require a roll, or I can just go boom, magic missile.
Oh, those will work. Yeah, those hit automatically, don't they?
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for your damage.
Okay. I'll do each die separately because it's D4 plus 1.
Okay.
Oh no, I could do all 3 and just add 3 because they're all hitting. 9, 11.
All right. Well, at that, so you see Thelvar struggling. He's saying, "You're so cute. You're so cute, but you're evil. You're so cute, but you're evil." As the power it generates up through his hands, and then he just sort of points at it, but looks away, and boom. The gazer is blown TF back, and he'll have to do a concentration saving roll on a charm spell. Which he makes, but honestly, if anyone gets another hit, he is looking like he's not going to make it for a beer tonight. That took the wind out of his sails, that gazer. All right, Mara, it's your turn.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just ignore that.
Yeah, ignore the use of the trap. Mara looks at her arsenal, or thinks about her arsenal, and goes, "You know what? Screw it. We're gonna use the spear, and hopefully this hits. Stupid damn spear."
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll your damage. Oh, how would you like to do it? Describe it.
Mara's crying, just going, "Well, I'm sorry, little critter, but you ugly. I had to kill you. I'm sorry. I didn't want to, but you I'm sorry."
All right, and the spear just goes right through the main eye, and the other eyes on the eye stalks just sort of look very big for a second, and then lose their focus, and the grapefruit-sized thing just drops to the floor with a thud. And you guys are free to...
R.I.P. little one.
Hopefully there's not more of those.
Oh, sure, it'll be fine. Yes, so now you guys have the ladder, which you climb up, and who's going to be going first?
I mean, I guess Clue's gonna try and go first and just try and stealthily check if anybody's actually up there.
Okay, yeah, go ahead if you want to go and roll me a stealth check.
You're really bad at this stealth thing.
Fucking roll, Jesus.
Well, you find yourselves basically in this hallway, which seems to be... hold on, let me just swap over. Yeah, the handout of this is the Xanathar Guild. They have hideouts in the sewers. The floor plans are like what you see in front of you here, and yeah, you find yourself facing a hallway. As you approach this area from the east, you're basically seeing the main sewer tunnel expands into a circular hub with a pair of arrow slits that Clue can see carved into Oh no, sorry, you're not. That's the center hub yet. You're walking your way in. Sorry, but as you see farther down the hallway, you're if you actually move up to the front of the group, you will probably be able to see farther along. Yeah, than that. So if you keep moving forward, you basically get to what is this sort of central hub area. You'll see it, and as you do, you want to be stealthy or at least keep a little bit away. I mean, I'm not saying that to tell you how to play, but just so I can tell you what you see as you approach. So what you see is a pair of arrow slits carved into some outer walls, where they are basically directly across from each other. And then the passages continue on to the north and the south, and a stone door is set into the back wall of a stone ledge to the west.
Okay. Guess badly stealthing forward, I guess.
Okay, is everyone going to be stealthing here? Your stealth. Is anyone else want to roll for stealth to try to be quiet?
Thelva will try.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh, look at Hibara, the silent one.
What is that?
Okay. Yeah, let me get rid of that extra guy. We don't need him anymore. Yeah. So as you are looking around, yes, you basically can see here and here are the arrow slits.
Okay. Yes.
Let me get them. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm just checking something.
Guess he's just gonna try and like quickly like dash to like the other side, like trying to like avoid being into view of those arrow slits for too long.
Okay. Can you since you're moving into a different part of the building, can you go ahead and re-roll your stealth to see how stealthy you're being now?
Okay.
Okay.
Much better.
All right.
Skeleton right over here.
So as you walk by, yep, you're able to, like, you think you've kept out of the vision of the way of the door slots.
Okay, Thelva will try and follow along behind. Yeah.
Mars along too.
Okay. Okay. As you guys actually have like gotten the hang of sneaking along in these tunnels, you've had an hour to practice now, and also in this hallway, you were all doing your stealthy practice. You don't hear any noises or sounds coming from the places where the door slots are.
Okay. In that case, consider we're next to one of them. Clue's just gonna like knock an arrow, like pull it up and just stand like straight in front of the slot and just shoot at whatever's at the other side.
Are you going to look at the slot first, or are you just going to fire into the...
He's gonna check if there's something there first before he fires.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception. Right. So in one room, you see a goblin who looks to be dressed up in like kind of like, you know, thuggish or, you know, guard, like, you know, heavy, the muscle kind of clothing. He's fast asleep.
Oh, and that's the only thing in there.
You and where he is sleeping, you could get a shot. You have a shot because he sort of like fell asleep on the wall behind him. He's supposed to be like, you know, checking the door every once in a while, but he's just sort of like faced the door and then nodded off. He's snoring really loudly, which is probably why he didn't hear you.
Okay. Here's hoping I can one-shot a goblin. I am gonna attack him.
Okay.
14. I saw assume I have advantage against a sleeping opponent.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if you can see him now at all in the room.
Yeah, I can see him.
So yeah,
here.
that's where he is. He's directly across.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Doesn't it?
Shit.
So, How far off? Oh,
Is that his flat foot AC? Because he's not going to get a dex bonus.
that's just, well, it's his armor class, his leather armor class. I don't think we do flat-footed in 5e.
Okay.
So, but you could, like, people still have their inspirations. I'm just putting it out there.
Oh, actually, now that I remember, I have favored by the gods. I have
okay.
a thing that I can do. 2d4 I can have, which I'm just gonna use now. Another 5, so that's a 19.
A 19 does hit. Yes. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Sure. 10 damage.
All right. Well, you guys watch as you see Clue very quietly reached behind, pull out his bow, pull out an arrow, notch it, like almost shoot, but then decide not to, and then reposition, let fly, and from the inside the room, you just hear. It sounds like what Clue did was he got the arrow right into his throat. Couldn't make a sound or anything. The guy woke up dead. Right, one goblin down.
Okay, guess we're moving on.
Okay.
Do we check the other slit?
We probably should. Yeah, checking out the other slit, I guess.
Okay, it's the one to the northwest. This is the other one that connects. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of like these little pokey bits.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, this guy also, they get what you pay for when it comes to the help. These guys are demotivated workers. Yeah, this guy's fast asleep as well. I think this is the dream team they put on guard.
Yes, Clue has sneak attack bonus, so I assume you're
Yep.
going to let me
And
try
yeah, you also get advantage because he's asleep.
this. 18.
That'll hit.
12.
How do you want to do it?
Well, considering it's a success of last one, he's just going to like stealthily and casually walk off to the next slit, just like slowly, like just like cock his bow, just really take his time to make sure the aim is 100% correct, and then just let it loose, just like side of the throat, like coming out of the other side. So have it like choke on his blood.
There you go. Nice. He's gone. He's dead. He did. All right. Congratulations. You've taken out the 2 goblins.
Nicely done.
Guess we have some free ability to explore these rooms freely then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I assume this over here is a door.
Yes, let me check here. We've got the watch post. That is, let me see, Q1. Yep, the doors here around here are open. They don't expect anyone, but it seems like they don't expect anyone but their own people to be working down here. So.
Okay, just opening the door and check inside.
Okay. Yeah, you come into a hallway.
Okay, more slits. And can I peek through the keyhole?
Yes, you recognize the room. It's the same room that you looked at, but from the roundabout.
Yeah, I mean the door over here to my left. Can I like
yes, you should.
try and
Yeah, you
get a
can.
read on the other side of that?
Yeah, do you want to do an investigation check?
Sure. 14.
Yes, it's unlocked. It doesn't seem to be trapped. It seems fine.
Okay, just opening the door slowly and ready to shoot at something.
Okay.
Okay, nothing here.
Okay, you look around. There are rusty weapons and threadbare clothing that litter the floor. It basically seems to be a coat room / armory. Doesn't really have anything of value in terms of, like, if you didn't have any weapons, maybe, but you guys are fine for weapons, so it's not really your scene in weapons-wise. I also should bring Renear with you.
Pat down the goblin course, just see if he has any gold on him.
Yeah, let me see. Yes. Each, go ahead and roll a d6. He's got four copper pieces in his pocket. In a small pouch, sorry. In a small pouch.
Yes, I'm taking 4 copper pieces. Guess we're going up here. And nothing. Okay.
Can you not get through there?
I mean, it's just, oh. Okay, just had a weird connection that, oh, it's a door, so you can see through, okay.
Yeah. So Thelvar's just coming back up onto the roundabout. You guys have kind of done a bit of a loop there.
Okay, what direction you guys thinking? And we can go right, down.
Let's go right. Or let's.
I'm
Yep.
assuming that's a door. Was this a door here as well? Yeah, looks like there's doors here.
Are you going in there, Clue?
Yeah. I'm gonna go and try and go to this door, and it's probably gonna kill.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
all right.
Oh, hello.
Well, okay. I guess we're rolling initiative. Everyone, grab your tokens, and we are gonna roll some initiative. So let me get. All right.
Damn it.
Let me pop that window out. Okay. Yeah. So you see a dwarf who looks a bit gray in his skin color, and he is he's standing there. He's looking pretty tough, and he's looking at you guys, and he's like, you shouldn't be in here. Let me go ahead and roll his initiative. All right. Oh, that's bummer. How do I do it on here? Well, I'll figure that out next time. At this point, I'll just put the turn order back up, and I will add him in by hand. Oh, no, there he is. He's 4. Perfect. That worked perfectly. All right, well, you guys got the jump on him at least. So, Mara, you have a first opportunity to have a whack.
I think you need to.
No.
Oh, sorry. I didn't order it, did I? My apologies. No, let me do it by the descending thing. That works, even though. All right, yes, Thelvar.
Prepare to meet your doom, evildoer. And Thelvar, being they now have access to spell combat, which basically sword and spell, offhand attack, get 2 attacks. So, let's make first rapier attack while preparing a shocking grasp.
Okay, 19 will hit.
And the shocking grasp. So, the rapier deals 10, and the shocking grasp deals 6.
Okay, so it's 16 in total.
On the first attack. And
Okay, yeah, you knocked him for 6. Like, he was not expecting that. He's absolutely stunned.
And the second attack was an 11, so that probably misses.
Does miss, yes. But he looks pretty surprised, I have to say. All right, if those are your turn, that's everything for you want to do?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, then next up is Hibara. What would you like to do?
Just a simple firebolt to the face.
Okay.
I think a
19?
19 hits.
Yes, that's going to hit.
2.
Okay. Well, you singe him, but you singe him in a way that, like, really, really hurts. It's very
And
painful.
does he have a beard?
He does, yes.
Well, he doesn't now.
Okay, fair enough. Excellent. All right. So it's down to, all right. He is still up, but he might not actually make it to his turn if you guys are efficient about this. So next up is Mara.
Still has that damn spear out, muttering, really? I have to use this again? Ugh.
It swings, it goes by him. He's able to dodge out of the way this time. Now he's realizing what you guys are about. He's trying to be a bit more subtle on his defenses because he's hurting already. He does manage to just dodge out of the way in time from your spear.
Okay.
Okay, Clue.
Ku's gonna run over here and then try and hit this guy with his rapier.
Okay.
Which,
You'll also, because you're flanking him from
Mhm.
Thalvar, you get a +2.
which should also come in automatically. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And a crit.
Wow.
Double crit. Wow. On sneak attack.
Did we just decide what were we gonna let? I couldn't remember what we decided about crits. Were we doubling them or letting them be rolled here inside side roll 20? I'm up to whatever the group thinks because I don't remember.
I just let roll 20 take care of it automatically. I think that's easier.
Are people okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
21 damage.
Okay. How do you want to do it?
He just like walks, just like kind of runs behind this guy. Just goes, Yagras is high, and just stabs him in the back.
Okay. All right. Well, another one bites the dust. He's gone.
Boom, boom.
Yep.
We're on a fucking murderous rampage over here, too.
Excellent. All right. So you guys are out of combat then. I mean, there was no one else in the room. So.
Ransack the body.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me see. No. He's got no treasure on him. He's got a really big axe that he carries. It's a massive war pick, and he's got some javelins. If anyone throws javelins, but he doesn't have any gold or anything easily.
No arrow. Also, that one goblin I ransacked, he didn't happen to have any arrows on him, did he?
No, he didn't. That I remember, but no. You can check. There's still a dead goblin that you've got spare in that other room, so you can always check him.
Too far out of the way. Just
Ooh, I will take those javelins.
Okay. Let's say that there are 3.
All right.
So that makes sense then.
oh,
All right.
something in this closet.
Yes. So what you can see is that there is standing before you a gray, oozy form with bones floating around inside of it. You've walked into a small room with a gray ooze. Go ahead and click your characters and click initiative.
Oh, that was going last.
Well, you've been doing pretty well so far in the turn order, so. Okay. Alright, Clue. Oh, I had to get rid of this guy, sorry. Zempt, he's gone. And the gray ooze goes almost at the end. Yeah, so here we go. It's gray and oozy, and it's got floating bones in it. And it's just sort of sat there because it's ooze. It doesn't move very fast. What would you like to do, Clue?
Well, considering it doesn't look like you want to touch it, he's gonna just chill touch it.
Oh, okay. That will definitely hit.
Make sure I take my sneak attack off because that doesn't work on spell. I do 3 necrotic damage,
Okay.
and Clue is gonna try and just leave the room.
Okay.
Nope, not touching that thing.
Bravely bold Sir Robin rode forth from Camelot.
I only murder things that are sleeping, okay?
Mara, you've watched Clue get a round off and then skedaddle. What are you gonna do?
Also, just for your information, if that thing happens to be undead, he has disadvantage if he tries to attack me.
It's not undead. It's just an ooze.
Yeah.
Although
Wasn't expecting it, just wants you to
the
know
idea of
that.
an undead ooze would be terrifying.
No, corpse
No.
ooze.
Yes. Yeah. So Mara, what would you like to do? What would you like to do?
She kind of has a breakdown.
Okay.
And starts muttering to herself, just kind of going, "Oh, that thing is gross, gross, gross. I don't want to do it." And then kind of, her back straightens and she looks at the ooze monstery thing and goes, this should be fun. Pulls out her quarterstaff.
Oh, that's gonna be a hit. Okay.
3.
Right, 3 damage. All right. Yeah, you take a whack at it. You've never fought an ooze before, but you feel like you got a solid hit. Like you feel like, you're helped. Take a little bit of wind out of it. If they have wind, you don't know. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
We'll stick with that.
Okay, next up, Ibarra.
Doesn't matter. I don't think Ibarra's ever seen one of these before, but everything burns.
Okay. 20 hits.
Very well.
Fire damage.
Death by
I
a
am
thousand
very
cuts.
accurate.
Yeah, you notice that if you hit it, it singes a little bit. It kind of like a little bit with its the fire on it as it sort of hits the ooze. Also, I'm really sorry, I forgot something in the last. Oh, it's not. That's right. Your quarterstaff is not made of metal, is it? Then never mind. Yeah, that's never mind. It's fine. You're cool. Yeah, you did 1 thunk to the ooze. The ooze is now faced with so many people. What to do? It's going to. You see that it starts to form like a pseudopod little thing to like it's going to smack you on the head, and it's going to go after Hibara because you've just done the last damage. Ooh. Yes.
Wait, where is it?
It's so it's right next to you. Or wasn't it? Were you?
No, I was in the doorway.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I miscalculated that. So I will have to re-roll because I announced my attack and then I made a mistake. So instead, it's going to go after Mara because you thunked it with your stick, and it's not going to do as well this time. Okay, I'm pretty sure that misses you. Oh, it's right on your AC, isn't it? Your AC is 13? Mara?
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, Mara.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. Yeah. So you get 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of acid damage.
Oh, God. You said 7 points of bludgeoning?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's 10 total. It doesn't really matter so much. But the thing is, do you have metal armor on? You don't, do you?
I don't.
No, well, then you don't have to worry about the corrosive effects of its acid. You just go, ow! But that's it.
That
is
really hurt.
Yeah. That's got 1 target, 1 attack, so that is all it can do. It's done with its turn. Then it is down to Thelvar.
Yep, Thelvar's gonna throw his own firebolt
Okay.
and misses terribly.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I don't think I've got anything I can do.
All right. Okay. Then we're back to the top of the order. Clue. It's on you. What do you want to do?
Well, now that I am at range, I am going to use my short bow.
Okay.
That +2 should not have been there, so just 14.
14 hits. An ooze is very easy to hit.
And I do 11 damage.
All right, let me just check the math. All right, yes. Well, that actually, you see that it's as your arrows, your sneaky attack, as it's distracted the ooze, looking at Mara, wondering why she didn't burn. The 2 arrows, or no, so 1 arrow, right, comes flying in, hits it in a spot where it lands on some of that goblin bone. You don't know it's goblin, but there's bone inside, and actually manages to kind of like push the bone through as well as the force of the arrow. So yeah, it looks pretty raggedy now. 11 points of damage. It's not looking as shiny and all together as it was just a couple minutes ago.
And then as my boning action, I am going to use Healing Word on Mara.
Aww.
Oh.
Rolled terribly, but it's what you get.
Oh.
You gain 4 health.
Woohoo!
Yeah, rolled a 1.
Oh well, I think it's a thought that counts too. And speaking of Mara, you are now up.
Rolls her shoulders and goes, "Really? Of all the things, really?" Takes the quarterstaff. And then she's also gonna do Fury of Blows, so she's gonna get 2 unarmed strikes as well.
Okay.
For a bonus action. So quarterstaff
Hits. 3. Okay, it is looking like it's starting to fall apart.
and then
Oh,
she's
that
willing
hits.
to touch it.
Okay. Oh, how do you want to do this?
Cracks her knuckles, hits it, and as it slowly kind of like absorbs her hand, she kind of pulls it in close and goes, "Tell Daddy I say goodbye." And it explodes.
Okay. And it's gone. It's just a pile of ooze and bones now. Yeah. So where you realize where you guys are, you're standing in the lavatory. There's a hole in the floor that opens into the cesspit, and based on the pattern of the ooze, it looks like the gray ooze emerged from that pit and was attacked by the goblins or attacked the goblins and sucked them up.
Actually, Kelsey, can you quickly check your quarterstaff because it appears to be rolling 0. Says
What?
if you hover over your damage for your quarterstaff, it says 0 plus.
Oh,
3
yeah.
strength.
Hmm.
So what you want to do is in your sheet, you should see your quarterstaff, and then you click on the gear icon next to it, and then somewhere should say damage, and then you need to make sure it says 1d8 plus, well, I assume dex, but I don't know.
It's 1d6.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but just make sure it's
It's
in
plugged in there. Yeah.
There we go.
because it says versatile 1d8 on the thing for quarterstaff.
I'm going to re-roll your damage and see if it comes up. Yeah, now it came up. So you rolled a 1
Okay, cool.
plus the 3 strength.
So you
Didn't
should
really matter.
do.
Didn't do jack diddly.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it's still help.
it's a versatile 1d8, so it's 1d6 one-handed, 1d8 two-handed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I did with my character who has a quarterstaff is I have a one-handed quarterstaff and a two-handed quarterstaff, so I can just swap which weapon damage I do. So that's why you don't have to worry about remembering. Am I doing, like, is it 1d8 or 1d6 or 1d10? You just have, am I doing it two-handed or one-handed? Those are your. So, okay. Well, the room seems clear. You guys, like you said, you're kind of on a roll. So, what would you like to do now?
Elvar will hold his nose and search the room before heading out.
Okay. Yes. As you look around the room, you see that because the goblins, the kinds of weapons and armor they were given all had metal in them or attached to them, there's really nothing that's salvageable here.
Oh, well.
Okay. So, I'll just keep an eye. I'll just watch you guys, see where you're heading now.
Through this way?
30 under. And guess we're going down.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. There we go. I was like, I can't see.
Presumably through this door.
Yes, well, threadbare curtains hang on an east wall of a long hall, in the middle of which a muscular half-orc in dingy robes stands with his foot on the chest of a male human with wavy blonde red hair. Fire burns around the orc's clenched fist, and his victim crimes and squirms helplessly beneath him. As you look around the room, you can also see, oh, maybe not, you're not there yet, but if you look with your dark vision, you can see that seated on a raised platform to the south is a nightmarish figure wearing black robes. It has large white eyes and rubbery purple skin, with 4 tentacles encircling its inhuman mouth. This nightmarish creature cradles and gently caresses what looks like a disembodied brain with feet.
Interesting.
All right. Everybody, click on your tokens and let's roll initiative. So I have to get the yeah, I'll go ahead.
Mara's going last.
Okay.
Where's Renear? Reynard.
Did I? I cleared it from last time, didn't I? Oh yeah, you're right. I've kind of forgotten to play him because I've got all these NPCs to run. But you're right. I totally should be running him. I did pull up his character sheet. I just don't know where it went. There's too many to keep track of. So yes. First, let me get the guys that you're fighting because you guys are mostly doing okay. But yeah, you're right. I should play Renear if he's there. And right, let me click on this and get this one up. The other person you got is yes, this is Grimshar, the wizard. He is yeah, it's gonna be fun to play. Right, and roll for their initiative too. All right. So let's oh, and then I still have to track down. If you give me 2 seconds, I'll track down Renear. Right. Okay. Then he should also be in the turn order. I don't think I actually need to click on his or maybe I do have to click on his thing. Oh, this is so complicated. Have a sheet up and have the other thing up, and I think I left him. Oh, there I did. I left him in the back corner. Okay, there he is. All right, we'll try one more time. Yep, there he is. All right, let me just get this in order. No, sorry, wrong button. Okay. Top of the order, Thelvar. You've got a lot of people to pick from here. Who would you like to go for?
I'll take your word for that because I can't see very much. So
oh yeah, that's true.
Thelvar's gonna stride up to Grimshard, saying, "Unhand him, you card!" and charging up a shocking grasp, channels it into the sword, and first hit.
Okay, let me just check the number there. Sorry, who are you attacking?
Grimshard.
The half orc. All right, let me check his AC. And I've got a lot of... That probably will hit, but let me confirm. Oh yeah, you smack him.
Okay, so the sword does 10, and the shocking grasp does 8, so that's 18 for the first attack.
Whoa.
And second attack. Oh, yes, that hits 2. Another 7, so that's 25 damage.
Wow, yeah. He gets basically knocked off his feet. Almost. He doesn't fall prone, but you can tell that he was like, he didn't even see you guys hear you come in, and then suddenly turns around and there's just a face full of pain. It's all pain all the time in his world right now. Not a happy guy. All right. Clue. What would you like to do?
Well, considering he can get over here, we're just gonna run up there and just try and finish this guy off with his rapier.
Yeah. 18 hits.
And roll 6 damage. 2 1.
Yeah, but you know what? How do you want to do this?
He just kind of awkwardly walks behind this guy and just tries to stab him in the shin, just trying to distract him, and then he just kind of drops, and Clue's just surprised that worked. Hey, guess he's dead. That's good.
All right. Right, Hibara. I guess we kind of have to leave for a second because the 2 enemies in front of you are the one enemy in front of you has been attacked, and Nihilor seeing this, or Nihilor seeing this, is basically going to be he's going to throw. So what is he doing? He kind of chucks his intellect devourer. It's an intellect devourer, the brain thing, kind of at near where Grimshaw was, and they're gonna make an escape out these doors and leave that behind. So, you now have in front of you, Hibara, you have this sort of slimy brain on feet that you have to deal with.
Wait, I'm over here by the door.
Ah, right. Well, you can move, but you're
Okay.
you're up next in the turn order, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you wanna.
So I'm gonna do a quick little medicine just to see how everyone is looking health-wise.
As you do, you notice that Grimshar is actually not quite dead.
Huh.
He's somehow, even though he dropped, he's lying there with 1 hit point as you do your scan for health across the room. He's looking weak, but he's actually surprisingly not dead.
Okay. Well, then he's gonna get a firebolt.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And an 8.
All right, how do you want to kill him the second time?
Blast him in the face with a gout of fire from across the room.
Yeah. So after dropping to the floor, it should have been dead. Half orcs automatically get back to 1 hit point. It's one of their racial features. So as he comes to with his sort of, his 1 hit point, he just takes a bolt of fire that knocks him back and completely finishes him off. And he's, there's like smoke and, it's, you can smell some rotting meat. He's gone. He's not coming back with another hit point now.
And as the life drains from him, he's like, and I had 1 week left to retirement.
I'm getting too old for this shit. All right, excellent. So that was anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Grimshar dead. Renear cannot make it all the way to the Intellect Devourer, but he can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come through you guys. 5, 6. He can get up there for the next turn.
Yeah, okay.
Then next up is Mara.
All right, who's still alive here?
Yeah, so you've got this brain on feet. And it's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. I think actually, can I get you guys a picture of an Intellect Devourer? It literally looks like a frog, but instead of having a frog's body, it's like the frog legs attached to a brain. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Here's the handout. I can show you guys what you're fighting. Show to players. Show to everybody.
Oh dear God.
Adorable.
Oh.
So that's what you're looking at.
Can we make it our pet? Just have a walking brain with us.
Does anybody have animal handling?
If only.
Mara looks at it and goes, huh, that sure got creative with these. Ugh. Takes the quarterstaff, still single-handed, and aims for it.
All right, 14, I think. Yeah, that hits.
Awesome.
Okay, 4 damage. Cool. All right, he's taken a thunk, but he looks like he's still got a lot of fight left in him. Anything else with your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Then next up is the Intellect Devourer. Yes. So it who is sorry, the big handout is now blocking my screen. So the person it's closest to, I guess, is there's one attack on it can do on Clue for sure. It can do multi-attacks. So yeah, it's gonna go after Clue with its claws because it's near him and he saw it doing fighting stuff. So I'm taking a 9 does not hit.
Nope.
Okay. Then it's going to look at Renear and it's going to do its Devour Intellect So Renier has to do a DC 12 saving throw. Can he make it? What was it? Intelligence saving throw. Oh, he sucks. So on a failure, it gets if the total equals or exceeds the target's intelligence on a 3d6, the score is reduced to 0 and they are stunned. So let's see. Let's see. Come on, go ahead and roll. Oh my god, there's so many things in the way.
Is that permanent?
It says the score is reduced to 0. The target is stunned until it gains at least 1 point of intelligence. I don't know how we're gonna have to work. Hopefully he doesn't. Well, I mean, if his brain kind of melts, he's gonna be quiet for the rest of the trip. Oh, he's fine. No, his intelligence is 14. So, he takes 12 a 2d10 damage. So, oh, that's not very much for him. He's fine at 8. That's fine for him. All right, he's just gotten intellect devoured a little bit, but he seems fine. And we're back to the top of the turn order.
Thalvar walks up, looks down at it. The blade starts to crackle with energy.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
10 and 18. And second attack. I'm getting good rolls here. 18, 30 damage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I know, right?
Well, apparently there's a huge difference between you guys fighting at first and second level, is what I've learned from this night's game.
I mean, I don't do extra damage because I took like a second class. So
yeah.
Damage.
How do you want to do this?
Basically, Thalvar just skewers the brain with the sword and then releases the shocking grasp, and it just fries out the entire synapse of the thing.
And little legs just jitter as they and then it just goes still. All right, into one intellect devour down. Yes. So as the battle ends, Renear turns to the man who is on the floor and being threatened by the half ogre and says, "Floon, Floon!" And the guy looks up at him and says, "I think I can actually. How do I do this? There's a way to maybe turn. I don't know why he doesn't have a token that you can see for some reason, but I'll sort that out another time." Yeah, he is. What is that? Oh, that's just Grimshaw. I'll move him out the way. He looks terrible. This guy looks like if someone just like if a breeze blew him over, he would die. But he's alive. So yes, he's like, "Oh, Renear! Oh, it's so good to see you, my friend." And Renier's like, "Yes, this is definitely Floon. He's not being impersonated. This is what he's always like." And Floon is kind of like, "Oh, thank you. And then he just sort of like seems to slide off into unconsciousness.
I've got to say, looking at the actual damage rolls on those attacks, yeah, that was very lucky because like 2 max damages and a very near max damage.
Yes, you did like 3 people's worth of damage in your turn.
Like, Thalvar hits the door.
Thalvar is supposed to be a glass cannon, but yikes.
I mean, I'm like, look, rogue is supposed to be like explosive damage, and this Thalvar just goes, "Yeah, fuck you," just blows people up.
I kind of thought that half-orc would get a shot off, but
The thing is, I rolled minimum damage on my attack, and he still went down.
well, after that, yeah. Yes, well done. Yeah, so you have the room. You have a dead intellect devourer. You have a dead half ogre. You saw something scatter away, but there's still parts of this room that are drowned in shadow. Still, you kind of see openings, but shadows around them. So,
I'll search the half ogre.
Yeah, Clue's also going to search half ogre for something to prove they killed him to Yagra.
oh, okay, sure. So on the half orc is, I know he's got stuff. Yes, you find a satchel, and inside the satchel you find a book, and inside the book you find spells for the following spells: burning hands, disguise. Actually, you know what? Should I just put this in the chat? You guys can decide. Okay. So, burning hands, disguise self, false life, shield, unseen servant, and witch bolt.
Ooh, mine.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hit return. It would help if I not just pasted it, but also hit enter. That would be nice.
I mean, I think Belvar is the only one who can use these spells, so.
Yep.
Yeah, Hibara's druid, right? So she's got her own.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I'm sorcerer, so time to learn shit.
So,
And Mara's
already
just
got
like, I'm a monk. I don't know magic.
yeah, already got burning hands and witch bolt, so we'll start adding those to mine.
Yes, that's a bonus for you. That's a reward. Yes. What are other people doing?
Yeah.
I want to poke the intelligence monster.
Intellect devour? Yeah, you can go ahead and poke it with your stick if you want.
Okay.
So now your stick is a little bit wet and it's got some brains on it.
Awesome.
Yeah, Clue's just searching the rooms for anything.
Okay, can you give me
Either
yeah?
Yeah, anything that's either expensive or like shows what they did here.
Okay. Do you want to do this by yourself? Do you want other people? Do other people want to join in? Do you guys want to investigate
I'll
the
join
room?
him.
Or... Okay. Anyone who wants to investigate, roll me an investigation check.
16.
Boo.
How are you doing, Hibara? You want to have a chance as well?
She doesn't want to investigate like the room or anything, but she wants to investigate Floon and like, I guess, kind of try to revive him.
Oh,
Wake
okay.
him up, possibly.
Yeah, that would be.
Well, first question: is he tied up?
He wasn't tied up, but he's been weakened to the point where he can't really fight back, which is why Grimshaw was just gonna he was standing over him and just pounding on him.
Okay, then so yeah, just sort of, yeah, just revive him. That'd be medicine, right?
Yeah, you can do that, or you want to cast a spell, or do you want to do a medicine check, or?
Well, wait. How bad? So you mentioned he looks like he's about to keel over.
Yeah.
So really bad.
Yeah, he's looking like he's got blood loss. He's got a lot of damage to him. I mean, if you had your assessment is actually, why don't you give me a medicine check and I'll tell you how much you're able to tell.
Okay. Boom.
Yeah. What you would think is if you had a stretcher and a way to carry him out, he could probably make it without doing anything. But if you guys run into anything, or if he fell down a ladder as you were trying to push him up, that boy dead. He's gonna be dead. He's totally dead. Yeah, he's not gonna make it. So
okay, then yeah, I'm gonna poke him with cure wounds.
Okay, go ahead. 11. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, now he's got 12. So yeah, you've not infinitely increased his hit points, but you've definitely he's got some color in his face now. He's stopped bleeding out. One of his teeth grew back. It's all it's getting so much better than he was an hour ago, or even 5 minutes ago. All right, so for those of you who were investigating, Mara, you didn't make it, but for you, Clue, you find 16 gold pieces and 250 copper pieces.
Okay.
And Thelvar, you're looking behind the stone chair. You find 2 potions of healing and 82 silver pieces.
82 silver. 86. Okie dokie.
By the way, Clue, when you search Grimshaw's, body, what you realize is that he's got, inside his satchel, like a school lunchbox, he's got, in really kind of, like, crude handwriting, Grimshaw, written on the satchel itself, where he carried his spell book.
Oh, that's adorable. Ripped it off of him.
And yes, Floon is staring at Hibara, like he's just once he kind of comes to, he's just completely fascinated with how she looks, and he's like just can't take his eyes off her. Like, wow, you're an amazing.
She leans in really close to him. Why were they going to burn you, little man?
He's kind of like, his tears start to well up. He's like, they wanted me to. They thought I was Renear. They wanted me to. Sorry, he's British. Sorry, everyone who's high, like various classes here, like low class British and high class British, so I can practice my British accent. He's also a bit of a scatterbrained person. Yes, Renear. They asked me again and again about Renier's dad and where's the money? Where are the dragons? Where are the dragons? Where did your dad leave the dragons? Where's the stone of go blah 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 blah? Oh, it was terrible. I kept telling them I'm not Renear, I'm not, but they wouldn't believe me.
She turns to Renear. You have dragons?
Oh, no. See, here in Waterdeep, we call money has certain names. So a gold piece is called a dragon, a silver piece is called a shard, a copper piece is called a nib. And so when someone's going out in the town to, wrestle with some dragons, it might mean that they're going out to see how much they can get away with drinking on the gold pieces they have in their pockets.
You people are weird.
Yeah, we have been told that. Yeah. He just nods.
Boss calling kettle black much, but okay.
Like the room echoes as Clue says that under his breath.
If Floon's all right, better check where that other guy ran off to.
Yeah, if you guys want to. You can see that there's a series of footprints. Sorry, that's Grimshaw. That lead, as you say, out to here and to this door.
Guess we're Clue's just gonna trying to open the door slowly and trying to peek through it without alerting anything that might be inside, just to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, nothing slams the door shut back at you. The room seems very still.
Okay, just moving in. And this is a closet.
Correct, but it's an empty closet. And
Can I investigate it for any kind of doors?
You can.
I see nothing, damn it.
I'd have to say, yeah. Whatever this, it just looks like a bunch of boards, kind of put together. Belvar has a little look.
Looks like a closet.
You can always use your inspiration.
Yep. Must have had teleportation magic, damn it.
Are all the doors unlocked in here?
Yeah, so basically the sense you get is that they only expect people who know them and are part of the crew to do that.
Damn it, was hoping for a shortcut out of here.
Oh, actually, wait a minute. I just realized something. Is that room? Let me just move you for a second. What room are you in? Is that room 11? Because actually, yeah, it does. I didn't read this. It says not so secret door. The secret door is plainly visible to anyone who approaches it. So actually think
Okay.
you do see that secret door.
Okay. Taking in the secret door.
Yeah, you missed it the first time, but it was so obvious. It looked like someone like tried to make it look like a secret door, and you're like, that can't be a secret door. Turns out, yeah, it was. So as you you can't go forward anymore. There is that the problem? Because if not, I can take you through.
Yeah, thing is, the stuff just kind of ends over here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, when you get to this room here, this is where the other dead goblin was.
Okay, guess I can search that goblin. Hopefully, he has some arrows on him.
Yeah, let me check and see what he's got armed with. Sorry, I didn't mean to do the initiative I was looking for. He's got a scimitar and a short bow. So yeah, he would have some short bow appropriate arrows on him.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he didn't use them because he never got a shot off.
Yep. So, how many would that be?
Let's say that there's a quiver of 20.
Ooh, good. Plenty of arrows.
What was the other thing he had?
Pocket. He's got a pouch with some coins in it.
Oh.
Someone wants to pick that up?
I'll take it.
All right.
Since Clue took my wallet
Yeah, go ahead and
from earlier.
roll 1d6. All right, you found one copper piece.
Yay! A copper piece.
Broke goblin.
He broke.
Spent all his money on arrows.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, Renier is sort of carrying Floon. So you guys, he's basically kind of like helping him limp along. And they're sort of shuffling along behind you, but they're pretty much just giving you guys some space in case you get into any fights. He's going to defend Floon now first. So.
It's reasonable.
Yes. Tholvar gets obsessed with this arrow knock. It's like, why would there be an arrow knock into a closet? There must be something else in there.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, the secret door leads into one of the tunnels you came in earlier. I don't know if you guys can get through that or not, but if you can't, I can just move you over to that part if you want to go through this. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, I was just on there.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, do I see any tracks of where this guy went?
Yeah. Well, you see, older. You have to do a survival or an investigation to see if you can identify, because there's been a lot of foot traffic here. Clue, you just see a lot of footprints. Thelvar, you might see, so you think you see some that are a little bit more fresh, but you guys also spent a lot of time looking through Grimshar's bag, looking around the room, finding Flume, so whoever it was got a real head start on you.
Yeah, probably.
Actually,
not.
I'm gonna do survival.
Okay.
I have that. There we go.
Yeah, you can definitely see what seem to be the most fresh tracks. The thing is that they just continue down the tunnel, and it's a straight shot now for quite a long distance, and you guys didn't come from this way, so you don't quite know it's down there, but you can see, having been in these tunnels all day, that there's like no light coming through. There's no ladder up where light will pour down to kind of give you a sense of distance. It's just black going forward.
Yeah, probably not smart idea to go down there with a wounded friend. Not looking like the way out either. So guess we're going back from where we came.
Indeed.
Okay, well there's Renear and Flume. They're together. I'll just group them. It's easier that way. Yeah. So they're following you. What's the party going to do?
I mean,
heading out, aren't we?
Yep. Just
we
back
should.
where we came from.
Okay. Cool. Right. So then, yes, as you guys go back into, let me see. Yeah. As you are walking on your way out, you notice that there is a narrow little passage that you missed on your way in because of the light coming, for those of you who are more coming from in front of you. So as you approach this narrow passage, you end up in the cellar of a building. I can tell you exactly where. You've ended up at a halfling-owned hostel on Spices Street.
What?
Quaint.
That's only because I
Just-
I got the street wrong, and I picked a random street, and it turned out to be the street where you guys leave. Which is freaking brilliant. So as you kind of come up through the basement cellar of this hostel, these halflings are like, what is going on? They don't seem completely surprised that random people have just come out of the sewers. They seem surprised that it's you. However, since you guys kind of like show up and you're not looking to attack them or seeming aggressive, they just kind of explain, we know about the Xanathar people. They leave us alone, we leave them alone. This is really, that's kind of an arrangement we've come to. We just pretend the other one doesn't exist. As long as they're not looking for you and you don't get us in trouble, you're free to use our front door to get out of the sewers.
Yeah, Klutch is gonna go, don't worry, internal Xanathar business, it's all dealt with.
All right, well, nice to meet you. I'm a Roscoe Underborough.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you, Roscoe.
Yes. So, just go ahead and go upstairs. And as you make your way out of the cellar, it's actually just like a normal everyday business. Some halfling clientele there. The staff kind of like look at you a little bit strange because you're kind of got muck of the sewer on you, but they treat you very pleasantly. And they immediately, as they sort of like approach you, they're like, oh, would you like to know where the nearest bathhouse is?
Please, God.
Great, actually.
Random.
I mean, Louis used to the smell. He lived in the field ward.
I mean, I think they're being polite. They think you know. Because you guys have gotten used to the smell now being down in the sewers, but yeah, you guys smell. All right. So, yes, you are back in Spices Street, at a different end of it, but you're back in Spices Street.
Shall we retire back to Chez Mordragain?
Sure, why not?
I
As
would-
long as I can get a bath.
Yeah, indeed.
All right.
Maybe
So,
a bath would be a smart idea before we go back to the tavern.
yes, as you guys like. So, what would you like to do? You want to go back to the house, or back to go to a bathhouse, or go to a bath in your house, Thelvar? I don't know what's you guys have a couple ideas. So, what were you guys thinking?
I would say it'd be safer back at Thelvar's place, so...
Yeah.
I mean,
Agreed.
Don't know how big his baths are, but guess that's true.
All right. So as you guys make your way out into the main road of the dock ward, Renear actually takes the time. He hails what's known as I can't remember the names exactly, but they're basically like private hire cabs. He's not worried about hiding anymore because he's Floon is safe, and you guys are there to protect him. And although the bad people who are after him are gone. So he actually like waves it down, and the guy has a look at you and looks at, kind of like half recognizes Renear, and you can see him put a coin in his hand, and the driver kind of looks at the coin, looks at you guys, and looks back at the coin, and then Renear puts a second coin in his hand. And he's like, okay, and then he's get on in. So actually Renear's going to buy a private cab because Floon won't make it walking, he doesn't think, all the way back. It's too taxing on him. So he will, to say thank you for helping to rescue his friend, he will go ahead and pay for the ride for you guys to get back to, what's the name of the street again?
Samarin Street.
Yes, Sharon Street. You're back in
Samarin.
Samarin, thank you. Samarin Street. Which, by the way, I found by using the interactive Waterdeep city map. I plugged in the name that you gave me and it popped up right away. I was like, oh my god, that's like Google, but like for fantasy.
Cool.
So you guys get back, what would you like to do?
I'll have first bath.
Mars
Is
like,
this
I
like
need
a
a rest.
mansion?
And a bath.
Okay.
It's not quite a mansion, but yeah, it probably would have 2 bathrooms, 2 en-suite bathrooms. So,
Okay. Hibara, did you also start to say something? Or did she start to say something?
She's just kind of lingering at the entrance of the property.
Okay.
Just looking around.
You're like checking for curses.
Yeah, pretty much. She just invests looking at the outside.
Yeah. So, Renear takes Floon in and kind of gets some hydration in him and digs around your kitchen. Finds some bread and cheese or whatever, because he's been, gone for like 2.5 days or something at this point. He's dehydrated. He definitely needs something to eat, but nothing too much because he can't really hold anything down. But when you guys, when people see him again after you've cleaned up and had a look around, he has so much less pale than he was. He's like looking like he's actually got flush. You can see he's got some life in him, and he's looking much better. Oh, thank you. I just couldn't handle all of that stress. I just went out for a night of drinking and it was being kidnapped by one group and then kidnapped by some other people and then being kidnapped by some really friendly people, which I didn't mind at all. But, what a night.
Yes, I can imagine it would have been very distressing. But you're here safe now.
Renear says, you have done me and my honor a service that I will not forget. And if there is a time where I can help one of your friends in the way that you helped me help one of mine, please do not hesitate to contact me. Unlike my father, you can trust my word. My word is not lightly given, and you have earned a little bit of my trust. It's difficult to earn, very easy to lose, so you should count yourselves among a very elite group. If within that elite group you're a bit unusual, but you are still within a small group of people that I feel I could fight beside.
Thank you very much. I am honored by that.
Always happy to make a new ally.
Shakes your hands, all of your hands.
Mara just smiles at him sweetly.
Okay. So, the silence is me waiting to see what you guys want to do next.
How long have we been in a downtime?
I would say that in order to have a bath and get a bit of clothing, you're talking about an hour and a half, I'm thinking. It's not like a half a day. You just power nap kind of stuff.
Short rest.
If anyone had noticed, Hibara has not actually gone inside.
Yeah.
She's been outside in the bushes.
Thelva comes up.
He's just going to go to Thelva.
You can come inside, This house has nothing to do with the curse. The curse is related to anyone who becomes Lord of Hadar's Folly. It's nothing to do with this house. Come in.
Oh, I'm not worried about any curse. I would just get rid of the house if that were the case. I'm communing out here. This is my time.
But what are you communing with?
Nature.
There's not a lot of nature here.
Well, the City of the Dead is, if you look on the map, they're not too far from the City of the Dead. If you look, there's some green there. But sorry, go ahead.
Basically, she's just taking a short rest.
And we
which
have
for elves is 2 hours.
Okay, yeah, you guys can do a 2-hour short rest. If you guys want to roll hit points, if you're worried about that, or you just want to,
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, get
there
one
we
of my
go.
2 spell slots back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so good suggestion.
I have a nice, fair-sized garden you could commune in. Very green, lots of plants.
Got to sit in
All right. She nods and follows you to wherever it is.
Leads you through the house out the back door. Here you go.
Does it have a tree?
Zen garden over there, and the oak tree over there. I'm sure
she's climbing that tree.
How did this party
She
get
kind of
here?
climbs the tree well enough.
The wood elf is in the wood tree.
Exactly.
Floon kind of looks at you guys and says, "So Renear said that you guys were hired to rescue me from how did you come to find me?"
Your
Yes,
old
it was.
buddy Volo.
Yes, a mutual friend introduced us, and he was worried about you, and thus we accepted his task to come and find you.
Oh yes, oh YOLO, oh it's so wonderful that he has sent you guys after me. He looks at Renear and he kind of looks around you guys and you think, I'm so lucky to have such good friends. Oh, we should go out drinking.
Yes, that sounds very good.
All right, let's go to a pub.
Yep. To the only
So
portion we
soon?
go.
After what just happened to you, don't you want to maybe rest a little first?
Oh, I think I should tell Volo I'm okay. If he sent, sorry, I'm not. No. Volo, I want to talk to Volo. If he sent you guys out after me, then I need to let him know that I'm okay. I can't let him wait another moment, thinking that I'm in danger when I'm safe with you guys and I'm so well looked after. No. Let's go find him. Let's go tell him that you have succeeded in his task.
Yes, we will be. We will hit there soon. Don't you worry about that.
All right. So you guys gonna head over back down to the Yawning Portal?
Has it been 2 hours for
Yeah. Let's say you can go ahead and spend two between so Renear let Floon take a nap. He got him some water first and a little bit to eat, and then he had a little power nap. And then he got up again and sort of had again a little bit of water and a little bit of food, and he's looking a bit more energetic and becoming slightly more annoying as he gets better. But yes, he looks like he's okay to travel now.
And we should go and
Hey.
say we found a guy.
All right, actually, so
yeah. Also, if your egg was there, mention their no problem is gone.
yeah, you can look for Yagra too while you're there. All right, excellent. So Hibara, can you roll me a 1d100 as you guys are walking along in the city?
7.
7. All right, yes. So as you guys are making your way into the part where it crosses into the dock wards area, you notice that there are bystanders staring at something. As you look more closely, you guys can see the city watch members. They're removing a body from a building or some sort of alley and loading it into the cart, presumably on its way to the nearest morgue. So more violence in the streets as you guys make your way toward the Yawning Portal. So let me swap
Such
your
a shame. Why can't they keep the fire in the sewers?
let me swap your maps. As you guys walk into the bar, Volo is drinking alone. He's sort of sat with his sort of turned to the side a little bit. And as soon as he sees you walk in, he looks very anxious. He's wondering if you're going to come and tell him that Floon is dead. But then he sees Floon part through you guys, kind of like, like through the crowd, and he springs up. He just gets this big smile on his face. He's like, Floon, my friend, yeah. He's like, bello, and he's just like giving him kisses and hugs, and he's just so happy. I knew I'd picked the right people. You are the best adventurers that I've seen this week. What you've done oh my gosh, Mr. Renier, it's so good to see you as well. Oh, I'm so happy. Floon, and he's hugging him. He can't even talk. He's so excited. He's like, please, let me buy you a drink. We must celebrate your victory and saving my friend's life. Oh, you are amazing people. Please, you sit. I will get the drinks. And he sort of just takes your drink orders. And he also, like, looks at Hibara. Like, I don't remember you, but you're part of the group. So, all right, it's okay. So he goes to the bar, and he brings everybody back. What are people having for their drinks? Juice. All right. Who's next?
No, have a wine.
All right. Yeah.
Bourbon.
Bourbon and Hibara. What she's having?
Whatever is nearest to her that's brought to her.
Yeah, okay. He'll get you a cider. Kind of, like apples and trees and stuff. Right. Yeah. So he brings drinks for everybody. He says, "Please, my friends, you must tell me what happened."
Well, so long story short, the Sanitarium decided to kidnap Renear, took Floon along with them, and then when the Sanitarium decided they wanted that, they took Floon back.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Because not every part of Sanitarium is as professional as my friend Yarga over there, and just like points at her.
She sees you from across the bar. She's like, "Oh, you're still alive." Gives you a thumbs up. Like, yeah, nice. You didn't die. That's good. Oh, that's amazing. That's a what a tale that is. Well, yes, I guess we have to talk about your reward. It's like, what, you guys are just staring at him?
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
I'm expecting 100.
So, my friends, my good friends, I must confess, I have but a few coins to spare. The 10 gold pieces that I gave each of you. But not you. He points at Hibara again.
She just shrugs.
Yeah. You see, that was most of my liquid assets. But never let it be said that Volo reneges on a promise. So, in its place, allow me to present something much, much more valuable to you. And he holds out a scroll tube to the four of you. Not to Floon and Renear, but in facing, because they're on like here near side to the four of you. This is a deed to a most remarkable property here in Waterdeep. And in lieu of the cash payment, I will give you the deed to this property. It's actually worth more than the 400 I would have offered to pay if there would have been for it at the time. But in order to make it official, we need a magistrate to witness the transfer of the ownership, and I can make an arrangement and a meeting once you've inspected the estate and deem it is satisfactory.
Just gonna like sigh for a second. Go, you're lucky I like you, but if you pull something like this again, we're not gonna be friends, are we?
Oh, I don't want to lose your friendship. I tell you, my friend, this property will make you very happy. You'll love Volo more after. Yeah?
Is it cursed?
Sure.
He pauses. Says, cursed. Not cursed, no. Maybe a little bit haunted, but only rumors. You see, I initially bought the property because I'm writing my next book. It's called Volo's Guides to Spirits and Spectres. It's going to be a bestseller. And this property was rumored to be haunted, so I purchased it at a good price, but as I said, I will never forget my debts. I will always pay my debts, and also I find the atmosphere is not so good for my writing. So I figure this is a good way for you guys. I pay you, I move the property, but I can still visit. And if you find out it is truly haunted, you can give me tales from my book. Maybe I'll have a chapter just for you.
So you don't know if it has ghosts.
It's a rumor to be haunted, yes. So I don't know.
Well, if it has ghosts, I'm sure they'll come bother me. Such is life.
So would you guys like to unroll the scroll and take a look at the deed at all?
Yeah,
go on then.
Sure.
All right, so you unroll it.
Looking at the fine print.
Yes, you unroll it and you see, deed to the property, Troll Skull Manor, North Ward, Waterdeep. And in it all looks pretty legitimized. It's been notarized, and it looks like all there has to be for there to be a transfer is he's got his. It says like name of individual party or company or guild, and he's got his name there, and the previous owner had their name there. So what they need to do is just create another form that's notarized and move the transfer of the property from his name into your name. And you look for the value. The valuation on the deed is about 800 gold.
Okay, buddy. Seems like a nice deal.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm so happy. I know you too. You'll be very happy. But never as happy as you've made me. Saving my friend Floon. And he looks over and he's like, oh, he's such a good boy. He's such a sweet boy, this boy. He's crazy. He's crazy. All right.
Indeed he is.
So from as you guys look over the deed, you see Yagra. He sort of comes by the table and taps Clue on the shoulder. This time there's a lot more people around the portal entrance. The whole rumor about the troll is kind of moved off, so she kind of walks her way out of the building and into a side alley, which you recognize. This is where you guys sometimes do business, as opposed to just drinking and stuff in town.
Yeah, Clue's just gonna follow her.
Okay. Just you get to the alley. And she's like, "Whoa, so still alive? Well done."
Got your lunch, by the way, and just like shows her the other half looks like her lunchbox
with his name written in it.
Mm-hmm.
She just gets this big smile. She sort of like takes a huge half orc hand and taps you on the shoulder, slightly painfully, but you don't show because
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "This is good. This is good. Thank you." Right. Well, I'm not saying I owe you one because I didn't ask for the favor, but as a gift, I definitely owe you a gift. Yeah.
Not gonna say no to a gift from you, buddy.
She kind of grabs you with her, puts her head in a headlock, and she gives you a noogie on the top, and she's like, "That's what I like to hear. All right, let's go drink."
Sure.
You guys come back inside. Yes. Yeah, so you guys now have a property, or at least you can. And as you're looking over the property, the deed and stuff, Floon gets up to use the gentleman's apparently or something. Renier sees somebody he knows on the third floor, so he excuses himself. And Volo goes to get another round of drinks because, okay, he didn't have enough in cash to pay you 400 or 300 around the table, but he can buy you another round of drinks. And as you're sitting there, sort of, you're looking over the deed, and there's a man who has been kind of watching, not really staring at you guys, but he's been within earshot, shall we say, and occasionally you've seen him look over at you. He's like a taller half-elf, stern-looking guy. He doesn't look like an adventurer, like not a flashy adventurer. He doesn't look like a noble. He's kind of dressed in a kind of indistinguishable kind of way. He's not a commoner. He's kind of hard to place. But he comes over and says, I saw you guys fight that troll here the other day. That was really good work, and I don't mean to pry. My name is Omen Drawn. I'm part of a guild here in Waterdeep. We do a lot of business, and can I just give you a free piece of advice just for the entertainment of watching you guys kill that troll and the sturgeons? These deeds...
Yes.
Yeah. These deeds, they're a little easier to handle when you don't actually sign your names on them. What's always better is if you guys start like an adventuring party, and then you put the party's name on the deed. You see, every time a name on a deed changes, you have to pay the magistrate. But you can change the names on your company adventuring party as many times as you want. The name on the deed stays the same. Just to save you a little extra money, a little less time with the lawyers. If you guys did form an adventuring party, it would be better for you in case someone wants to move away. You don't want to have to get a whole new deed just to buy them out. If you have a party, you don't have to worry about that kind of paperwork. Again, really good job, you guys. Maybe we'll see each other around.
Would be a pleasure.
Thank you.
Always
Yes,
do like less paperwork. Paperwork is messy.
We wouldn't let you do the paperwork, Mara. Don't worry.
All right. Well, let me just give you, if you guys go back, oh yes, no, let me move the map over, and I will show you in Waterdeep. I'll ping it for you, but first I have to find it myself. It's not the Sword Maiden. It's... all right. If you look at the map and you're near the North Ward, look at the words North Ward. You're going to see me ping it now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. So just to where the H goes, you follow that street up and over. That is where, if you guys want to sign the contract tomorrow with the magistrate, you would own a piece of property in the North Ward.
Nice.
You get a home base.
Definitely better than Clue's house in the Dark Ward.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So Volo comes back. Says, so now that you have the deed, I can tell you a little bit. It's the building itself is it's no longer in use. Hostel and tavern. So there's in the past it's been very well. It used to be a very popular place. Sort of fell out of use after an unfortunate murder, and then had a series of owners. And it's been sitting empty for a couple of years now, and maybe this is where the haunted rumor started. But yeah, from when I inspected it, there's a bottom bit where there's a tavern. There's a cellar where you can store your ales, and there's also an upstairs where you have extra rooms. So, you guys could just live there, or you could open up the tavern, or you could make it into an inn, or you could make it into a tavern and inn. There's endless possibilities.
Yes, that very intriguing proposition.
Definitely.
Well, very good. Then, tell you what. Why don't, let's see. You guys, let me figure out what time it is. You got up in the morning, you had your breakfast, you had your chat, then the cops came. The captain came. Then you went to get holy water. Then you went and you got to the portal. You went to the yawning portal to see Yargara. Then you went to the sewers and you had your conversation with Hibara. And then you went down.
Can we-
Yep.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Was talking to a dog who's
Oh,
trying
okay,
to
okay.
throw up on my carpet.
Oh, no. So I'm
Yeah.
going to get... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's been a particularly full day, plus
Yeah.
a 2-hour rest at the end.
Yes. So I'm
So,
guessing it's like
yeah.
7 or 8 o'clock at night by this point. So
Aye.
Vola says, I tell you what. And he slides over the key to the property. He's like, I trust you. I trust you with my life. I trust you with my friend's life. You guys go early in the morning. You have a look at the property. I will arrive at 11 o'clock in the morning with the magistrate. We do the paperwork. Yeah?
Sounds good.
All right.
Yes, indeed it does.
Excellent. Well then, my friends, I am going to take my friend Floon back to my house. He's looking good, but he looks tired, yeah? And Floon's like, yeah, I'm really tired. So he shakes all your hands again. Floon, he's been really quiet, but he takes a moment and shakes each of your hands for a very long time and looks in your eyes and says, thank you. Thank you so very, very much.
Oh, you are most welcome.
And Renier kind of goes along and sort of taps each of you, kind of claps each of you on the shoulders, saying it was an honor to fight by your side. Maybe we'll see each other around. Waterdeep is both a very big place and a very small one at the same time.
Oh, it sure is.
So we'll leave you to discuss your property development venture or whatever. Let me know how it goes. And he and Floon and Volo all leave.
So
You're
we've
alone.
got our plans for tomorrow. So I say tonight we drink.
You and drinking.
Huzzah!
But yeah, we could,
Bartender, a round for me and my friends.
Durnan looks at you guys and goes, get up here and get him yourself.
guess Clue go grab some drinks. Actually, I have mage hand. I don't need to go and
Oh,
grab
there you
them.
go. That'll work. There's actually Durnan's got a special mage hand pickup section in the bar. So he just sets the drinks there, and he's like, you guys want to weave them through the crowds, that's your choice.
Weave them.
I guess I'm giving you guys some space to talk about whether or not you want to officially become an adventuring party.
I mean, you
We should.
guys seem competent enough. Might not be a horrible idea to hang around with you guys for a bit.
Indeed.
I mean, I do need a place to stay.
I think Habara does too.
I mean, kind of.
A place to keep your stuff.
I think she just sleeps in the city of the dead, to be honest.
She's pretty much a hobo. Just anywhere. In the bushes, in a tree, in the street.
I mean, I'm here for it, but
Well, you're gonna have to put some sort of name on the contract.
Hmm.
You know what they say in Waterdeep? For any important decision, you need to come up with it drunk and then review it when you're sober. So, I say we get the first step out of the way as fast as possible.
All right, you're gonna have to do me a Constitution check now, because I'm pretty sure this is your third drink.
Okay? I have terrible concentration.
Yay!
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's still on his feet. He's not slurring his words yet.
I love you guys. Let's get real huggy all of the sudden.
By the way, Hibara also, because you just started drinking the things that people left behind at the table,
Hmm.
you also should do a Constitution check.
All right.
When Renier left
Oh,
their
God.
drink and Flume left their drink, you're like, you just slid them over. Oh my god, look at you! She's
prime drinker.
yeah. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job holding your liquor. That's great. How's your
Mara's
juice?
just sipping on her juice
Sipping on gin and juice.
without the gin.
Without the gin, yes. Yeah, so you guys are having this conversation pretty sober, which means it'll be legally binding. The DM can verify they were not drunk when they decided this.
Oh, I love it.
So, real important question. What's gonna be our name?
Well, what was it that Hibara thought my family name was?
Grass killers or something?
Green grass.
The dead grasses.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still not convinced that's your name.
I mean,
Maybe not.
grass killers would kind of work because we do a lot of murder, but at the same time, I don't know if we want to advertise that too much.
Indeed. A little on the nose.
So in the north part, our places can at least start off haunted. Phantom Force? No, that doesn't work.
I feel like I genuinely need to be drunk to come up with a name. And that's saying something, being that it's not even 1 o'clock where I am.
It's a good name.
I just keep seeing grass. And like bloody grass, murder grass. And I'm like, that's not helpful.
There is a place in the Netherlands called the Grass Company, but I don't think that's what you guys had in mind.
No.
I think we're just stuck on grass for some reason.
Yes, that's my problem. I'm stuck on grass.
Word. We have a decent amount of magic. What would be a neat name?
And after you guys get done naming this, if you decide to open up a pub, you're going to have this whole conversation again about what to call the pub. So,
Oh dear God.
We just name it after the group. It's
well,
fine.
that might be the Dead Grass. That could actually like work as a pub name. You know, like the Stinky Whale or the Black Ship or the Dead Grass. Like that's kind of works a little bit more.
Yeah.
All pretty fire related side of Mara. Well, she does have war, which at
Yeah,
least
but
pretty
nobody
fair.
knows that yet.
I mean, I kind of noticed. I mean, I
Well,
don't know.
you all
It's
think
like
I just-
war.
Yeah, all you guys hear are me talking to myself right now.
Yeah, but
I
they
don't
hear you
know
talking.
that I am.
But they hear you talking to yourself in two different tones because you use a higher tone with Mara and you drop your voice. And
Oh,
also,
This is true.
the calmness of war is so much different from Mara. Yeah, people would definitely pick up
Yeah.
that there's
Also,
two conversations
you
going on.
made things explode, which is kind of noticeable.
Well, what we can do is, since this is kind of where I thought we would stop, because in the next section, you guys are going to go check out the road. There's also some other businesses that, if you want to take a walk around the neighborhood, see what other businesses are going on. And of course, you're going to have the whole building to explore next time. So Volos and the magistrate won't come until after 11 o'clock. If you guys got there by, say, 9, you'd have plenty of an opportunity to check out the full building and still have this conversation in the next session. So if you want to I'm going to leave it there. You guys have a pub.
Yeah.
I've known this been coming for so long. I've been so excited.
Potential pub. We
Yeah,
might
yes.
still do something weird with it.
That's true. What were you going to say? What was Habara going to say?
Oh no, she wasn't.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, we have a potential pub,
You have a
possibly
potential
with
pub.
ghosts.
Yes, possibly. Yeah, I just I know that this has been coming as something you guys would be able to do if you wanted to this for a while, and I'm so excited if we could finally talk about your Troll Skull Alley property. Alright. Yes, I've been looking all the rules on how to run a business in case you guys decided to do that. So.
Oh my god.
And also, I can tell you that I'm adding a very unique twist that is outside of Waterdeep, the story, but in Dungeon, it's within Wizards of the Coast. So if you decide to do some stuff, if you decide to do something with the Troll Skull Alley property, you're gonna have a lot more options than the game traditionally would give you. So
Okay, neat.
basically, it becomes its own side quest in some way. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, level 2. You're not going to level up this time. Yeah, and you still have all your inspirations. I can't give you more inspiration until you use your inspiration.
You didn't need to use them. Everything just died.
Well, no, there were a couple stealth checks you guys could have used them on. But, I mean, you use them however you want, like I said. And, yes, Hibara is also, next time, going to have a very interesting dream. But I will share that with Hibara when the time is right. Yeah, so congratulations, you guys saved Floon. You made a powerful ally in Neverember. You also have Volo from Volo's Guide, who loves you guys and owes you a favor. You not only save the day, but yeah, you potentially have a home base where you can go and make your own. So that's going to be it for this episode. And now I'm going to have to prepare a whole new section of the guide. But that's all right. I'm really excited about this part of it. There's going to be, I can tell you right now that in probably the next session, there won't be so much fighting. It'll probably be more role play while you get to know the neighborhood and the building and make some decisions. And so if that's something that you guys end up enjoying, we can do that and take that in different directions. If you want to get back to missions, I can also then, either by the end of the next session or definitely the session after that, guys, have you some opportunities. Because I'll also say, you've been noticed. Waterdeep is a place where after Renier's father embezzled all of that money and has it apparently, and this is not a lot of people know this, and you guys I assume didn't tell it to Volo, and Renier didn't tell the cops, but yeah, there's this rumor that there's this big pot of money floating around in the city. So we've just had Neverember in the last 6 months driven out by the masked lords of Waterdeep. They brought in the new open lord Laurel something or other to run it, and she's been doing a good job, but there are tensions between her as the open lord of Waterdeep and the major mage of Waterdeep. They have some history with a love triangle that gets kind of complicated, and so there's some, it's not like the city's unstable, but it feels like the ground is shifting. The Zentarians, Zents and Xandar's group are fighting over more control. You can see the results of that. You feel like people in the council don't always know where things are anymore. And so everyone is looking for a bit of muscle or a bit of backup. And with this, you guys have now been noticed by at least one person, whoever that Omar guy was too, some other people who might have some influence in the city. So congratulations. Yeah. Yes. So unless there's anything else anyone I've missed that anyone wants to pipe up with, okay, then what I'll do is I'll get us off air and then we can have a little off air chat afterwards. So, thank you everyone for stopping by and for listening to our adventure. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope the players enjoyed it as well. And so until next time, thanks, goodbye from me, and goodbye from my awesome party. Say goodbye, awesome party people.
Bye, awesome party.
Bye.
Love it. Love it. Hey. Oh, look